Yo, what's up, everybody? Long time no see. I'm gonna pull this mic down a little bit so it's not whoop 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 bad or up here.
Yeah, over.
That'll be good.
Okay.
Can you hear us good? I want to make sure first. All I can hear is that on her hands. I can literally hear it is loud.
My hand cream.
Yes, I have
It's
this.
not loud.
Do you want to tell them about this disorder I have?
It's only with me.
Not true.
Oh, I'm sorry. Me and his mom. That's it.
Not true.
It's true.
Tell them what it is.
He doesn't like chewing. So anytime I eat, I can't be anywhere around him.
No,
No, for real.
just certain things.
We'll be
Crunch it.
like snacking in our room and I'll end up having to go in the living room or something, and my daughter will always be like, "Did Daddy kick you out again?" Because he doesn't like to hear anybody.
No, there's really, if you look it up,
Oh my gosh.
there is for sure a disorder. I can't think of the name of it right now, where like certain sounds, certain things make you like cringe real bad. I got it for real, and I'm telling you, look it up. There is one. Like it's just certain sounds, crunching, chewing, that
That's the first time he's ever
lotion
mentioned
sounding. Ugh.
that.
Yeah, it's a thing for real. People like used to think I was just being please stop, don't do it.
I can't help it. I have to.
What's it called? People thought I was being a prick.
I can think of a different word, but
Yeah,
I won't say it.
but it's for sure a thing. It's a sensory thing. That's right. Let's see here. So I'm glad to be back. I don't know what's happened. Glad to not know what's happened, to be
Yeah.
honest. I needed it. She needed it. Feel better. Back to do, I guess, what is it? That do what we do. That title doesn't mean anything. It's just lyrics to a song. I can't even remember the name of the song. You get back on track, get off of my back. What is
I
this?
have no idea.
So it might be an old song, might not be. I don't know. Yeah, like fingernails on a chalkboard. Exactly. There it is. There's the name of it. Misophonia. Well, thank you for reminding me, because now I'm going to use that scientific term all the time. Oh, I think Mars got it. Let's see. So I don't know what's been going on. Y'all let us know. I was actually gonna drop the link and have y'all come up, and if you want to fill us in, what's up? I've got good news
I
though.
was trying to get you
Which one?
to read that one.
Oh, that is it.
No, not that.
Agnes Lamb. That is the name of the song. Which one?
The one right under that.
Mystic Angel.
Yeah, we missed.
Oh gosh, I wish I'd have seen that. I did not see that. Didn't even hear about it. I figured he would email. Oh, I got good news. You want to hear the good news? So I was just on White Rabbit in the chat. It's right before we took this break, and I was just talking because she does this. She talks about getting the house in order, cleaning stuff, and I was just throwing in my 2 cents. Actually, it's being goofy. And I was like, yep, dryer's broke. This is broke. This is that. And I think I mentioned it before, but Ginger Snap, her and Brandy Bradford like offered to buy us a dryer, and I was like, I can't let you do that. Well, I tried getting the parts. I tried fixing the dryer and everything, and I don't know. So they just ended up sending us money for a dryer. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, that you didn't have to do. Like, I would send it back in a heartbeat. If
they're just amazing people. Amazing people.
So instead of doing that, though, I'm gonna keep the blessing going. I'm gonna fix that dryer, give it to somebody who needs it. I've already got somebody that's gonna come help me fix it. So we're gonna fix that one, give it to somebody who needs one really bad. Just keep the blessing going. That's the way they didn't pretty much were like, we're not asking you if you want it here, you're taking it.
Yeah.
and they did that for us. And I was like, man, y'all didn't have to do that. But I mean, that's what being good in your heart, I guess. Just keep passing it along.
Right.
Just give back to someone that needs the help. That's right. Yeah, I even like told somebody this, like when we help somebody, it's like, don't knock us out of a blessing by not accepting it. And sometimes you got to think about that. Don't swallow your pride. Let somebody help you if they want to help you. I thought it was amazing. They're good people.
We spent, we had a 3-way phone call the other day, just crying, talking about it, because that's just amazing.
Yeah. People restores faith in humanity. What's up, Cold Case Crystal? What's up, Cat Lover? Patty Ponytails. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you, Real Sunflower. That's true. There she is, right there, Brandy B. Oh, I was just talking about you and how awesome y'all were and what y'all did for us. You and Ginger Snaps.
You.
I couldn't ask for anything better. Cat Lover said, "What's up, Cam?" Question mark? No, I was just saying hello to you. Comrie Heather. Good to see you guys. I'm glad to be back. I feel better.
Sorry we were kind of out of commission.
I was waiting to see the rumors, though, that were going to go with it. They got blocked. They got kicked off YouTube. They got no.
We literally just took a break and spent time with our kids and each other, and we had a good little staycation, I guess, at home.
Yeah,
I'm still out of work right now.
I'll miss you.
Maybe next week. Maybe we'll see.
Hello, Fancy Clancy. She said it's our pleasure. Yeah, we are. We're gonna pay it forward for sure. MC Millie RN, good to see y'all. Blue Moon, NZ Rocks. Don't be sorry. We all need mental health issues. That's right, for sure. It's true. Trying to see anything I missed here, y'all. If it's going too fast, let me know. I don't know how many's in here. It's 4:45. Thank y'all so much. So is there any truth to this Andrew Hiltz coming and staying on 125 Ben Hill when he comes here for the vigil? Is there any truth to that? These are just things picked up through yesterday and today of just looking very briefly. Oh, hey, Rayberg. Hey, Annette Pendergrass. Oh, that's okay. Let's see here. So he claims. So he's claiming that?
Yeah, I told you. I saw because there was a screenshot that somebody had that he said that.
The only one that would be able to give him permission to do that would be either Andy or his mom.
Right.
Right? So I don't... If that's the fact, that's weird. That's strange. If he has permission to go stay there, that's weird. And then
that's really weird.
That would just add to things which, listen, I already saw the blame game try to get thrown off on that earlier. We were listening to an interview Doug did with Jody Sue, and he was, Chris McDonough pretty much called her out in the chat and said that's not true, what she was saying. And, towards the end of that, I think he said, what was it? She said, oh, it's a different woman and her kids, and there's an Andrew involved with them.
Yeah, but he's a kid, she said.
So trying to go ahead and deflect from the pool thing too, right?
I
don't know. I just saw that. I just saw the deflection. That's true though. Raybird, that is true. He is a pathological liar though. There's been a lot of things I've seen him lie about. Did he ever show receipts for the U-Haul? I know he did a van. I have the receipts for the van, a U-Haul van, but they said they came with the truck too, and there was a bunch of them. So I still want to know about that trip. I still think there's something shady about that trip. They all came down here for it. They had children with them that time too, didn't they?
I think. Yeah.
Then they say so a bunch of adults and children. Of course, right before we did it live, my nose was running. That's just how it goes. I know.
Apparently, it's just a bad thing.
You can't have that happen here. You're doing something.
God forbid you have some sort of chronic illness.
Oh yeah, and I even literally saw something. I saw another channel. Look, y'all tell me if this is how it works. Praying that God would deal with us on YouTube, like in a bad way. That's not how it works. I don't think you pray for God to just like. You go ahead. You want to read what it says?
I'm not going to read the whole thing.
We're not going to show who it is, but we can read what it said.
Let me find it here.
Andrew doesn't even know if H will see him, right?
It was, I asked God to take care of these people, and he has been faithful. Karma is real, is actually how it started. Karma is real, folks. I asked God, hashtag don't cry. I asked God to take care of these people, and he has been faithful.
Wow. That was a community post. So, yeah, I didn't know that's how it worked. You don't pray ill will towards anybody, or
right.
I guess you can pray for whatever is in the dark to come to light, but I don't even think they really researched what happened with that and thought that they just were gonna. So all that happened about a week before we took our break, all that with that channel trying to make those false claims and all that, I think that's what that is referring to. I mean, I think it's hilarious that people put so much effort into just not liking somebody.
Yeah.
Don't watch them.
Right.
If you don't like them, don't watch them. That's where it borderlines goes to obsession. You know what I mean? It's terrible. Yeah, we're supposed to pray for our enemy. That's true. It's true.
Did you hear about J for J? No? J's for justice?
Or justice for all. Which one?
No, J for J.
What happened with J for J? Here, I'll put this link in here. It's easier if somebody wants to come up. You can. Let me go over here to this other screen real quick. Whoa, it's going fast. Okay, I pinned the link if you want to come up.
She's getting sued?
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, that's from the Chris. From the Chris Watts case. That's been a long time coming. Or it's had that on her for a while, I think.
A long time coming.
Or not long time coming, but had that on her for a while.
Oh.
Misophonia, yeah. Super Brown Ninja. Yeah, wait, I think she's behind on she's catching up. Yeah, Rebel Ridge Runner, it's all good. So if y'all want somebody come up here and holler at us, talk to us. We miss y'all. That's what it's about. We're going to talk about if this, that, and everything, I guess. So we had to postpone.
A new one.
A new one?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Sued by WFLA.
Oh,
for
yeah.
the Gabby Petito stuff.
Yeah. For streaming their stuff nonstop.
No, Gloria, I saw that. I had our daughter at gymnastics earlier, and I saw that, but I haven't got to look into it. That breaks my heart. I don't even know what could have happened, but that's so sad.
Gloria, that one right there.
About the 10-month-old.
From Abington?
Mm-hmm.
When did that happen?
I just got the notification today about it.
We'll look into it for sure. Gloria, yeah, for sure. We should be able to find out a lot about that, to be honest. Somebody take that link, come up here, talk to us. I want to get filled in. I'll just share with y'all everything we've had. We were going to go to Richlands, Virginia, and film that stuff with Richard, and it didn't work out. I just one thing after another. Babysitters cancel, vehicle not, of course. Then the dryer, just had a lot of stuff to catch up on here. That's why I just took the break and told them, look, we're going to make that happen. Let me get everything caught up here, and then we'll do one thing after another.
I guess it
Hey,
happened
Natasha.
yesterday because it says officers responded to a home on Cambridge Street late Tuesday morning.
Let's read that. You want me to pull that up?
Yeah, it doesn't say much, but
here, we'll watch it. Give me just a second.
WJHL.
Okay. Let me do this real quick. Share the screen. Should I put, is it missing?
What?
Missing?
No.
Found deceased?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Is she outside?
Yeah. There it is. Well, it says the Abingdon, Virginia Abingdon Police Department is investigating the death of a child. According to the police department, officers responded to a home on Cambridge Street Tuesday morning in reference to an unresponsive 10-month-old. Here, we'll play it. Let me share my screen real quick. See, this is the stuff, like, maybe we just didn't pay attention before summer, but it wasn't this frequent, was it?
Not around here.
I didn't think so.
And, I mean, there could be different reasons, with a 10-month-old. Usually SIDS happens earlier, I think. Usually that's more of before they are able to kind of roll over themselves. So I don't know, I don't want to speculate, but for it to be on the news, that's kind of
there, and skip it.
More breaking news tonight at 5. Abingdon, Virginia police are investigating the death of a child. A news release from the department says officers found a 10-month-old child unresponsive at a home on Cambridge Street yesterday. The Washington County life-saving crew transported the child to Johnston Memorial Hospital. Police did not release the circumstances leading to the child's death.
See, that's it. That's all they got on it, but we'll look into it and see what there is.
Cat lover, I
Hold
saw
on,
that
I can't
too.
see nothing. There it goes.
I'm not talking about that.
Sorry, I couldn't see nothing. Go ahead. My bad.
There was a guy that was missing from Honeacre that they found deceased in a river in Richlands.
Louisiana girl, you're not blocked. Why? Did I miss something you said? My bad. Mom of Dylan Rounds missing with a small channel that is phenomenal. Okay. No, I'm sorry I didn't see it. I was on another screen. I apologize. If I ever miss anything, it's because I'm looking at another screen or this one's not loading right. When I tried to click back over, I couldn't see anything. Yes.
Did you hear what I said?
Hatteras Lighthouse. What?
That there was a man that was missing from Honeacre that was found deceased in the Clinch River in Richlands.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, another
that
one?
That just happened today too, I think.
Were you all the ones that found the campsite in the woods around the Wells property? If so, can you please tell us more about it? Sure. Yeah, sure. I can. I've probably, if nobody knows about that, we found that it's about 960 feet away from the wells. It's on somebody else's little slice of property right beside Mary Sexton's property. It's a little thin little property. It's not very wide. There was just a campsite up there, with a blind built up, and we reported it to TBI. Did they go up there and check on? I don't know. They don't fill you in or let you know about anything like that.
We hope so.
I hope they did. I felt like it was very important. The property owner that lived at the bottom knew those hills, and it was right on the other side of his property on a right over a barbed wire fence.
And he knew his property very well.
Yeah, when he said there shouldn't be anything up there. And I said, well, there is. And that was another red flag, I thought. Pretty much I just flagged it off around, didn't touch anything in the middle that could be potentially anything, so not to cross contaminate, do anything to disturb anything. I just taped off the corners of what I felt like was important and reported it to them. So hopefully they did go and look into it. I hope and pray they did.
Me too.
Oh, hey, cup of crime with Dippy. Glad you caught alive too. Stargazer, I did not pick up anything. I didn't touch anything. That tire
if you
rim.
find something when you're on a search, you do not touch it.
You don't touch anything
If
unless
you
you
do-
have to move debris, and that's with rubber gloves. That
Right.
you don't want to do that either. Just to get
Unless
a picture.
You have to.
To get a picture. I showed pictures of that. I can show them again, Hatter's Lighthouse, if you need me to. But that tire rim, I can promise you, is heavy. Like I said, I know because I've carried a lot of them, from just putting them on cars and trying to pick them up and put them on, especially lifted vehicles that are up. If you got to put a rim on and line it up with the where your lug nuts go, sometimes you're fighting with it. It's heavy. Hey, what's up, John Davis, True Crime? How are you doing, man? Yeah, not much. We haven't been on in a few days, so we're just coming back.
Like
so
a
I'm just
week.
trying to catch up. Yeah, we've been off here for like a week. Mental health, for real. Across the road from Jody Sue. Yes. It's actually on Simpson Road. You would cross Simpson Road. Okay. Here, let me pull maps up. That's the best way I can show you guys anything. And I'll show you where that campsite was and why I feel like it's important. And you should understand if I show it this way. Let me do it this way.
So, not to change the subject, but back to
Hey, Lips, how are you?
Back to him saying that he's going to stay at on the Jody Sue's ex property. Apparently, they are advertising it as an Airbnb, is what's being said.
Are you serious? It's an
That's
Airbnb.
what they said.
Wow. It's an Airbnb now. 125 Ben Hill is now being advertised as an Airbnb. First I've heard of that, for sure. All right, so I'm going to turn this around. This right here would be Summer's house with the red flag, red dot here. I'm going to turn it, be easier for y'all to see it. So this is Ben Hill. This is 125 right here. Did y'all see the pictures of the driveway that I showed? So here's the Wells driveway, right? You come up here, I'm guessing.
It's around the curve.
Around this curve and goes straight up and like diagonal. So I'm guessing this right here is probably part of it.
Yeah.
But hold on one second. See what it's doing? It's taking forever for that to load where I can't go back over and click in between.
That's weird.
It's doing it every time I need to share a screen. I can't stand that. I can't see anything y'all are saying. I hope y'all can see me. All right, cool. Let me do this full screen so y'all can see. Yeah, we looked for an hour, no Airbnb. If that's
I don't see that being true.
If that is, that's crazy. So here's Ben Hill Road. Here's the Wells driveway. I'm gonna zoom back out. Right here is that. That campsite was right.
Zoom out just a little. Yeah, about right in that area.
About right in there. And this is a higher elevation than the Wells property. This looks like to be a long way, right? This looks to be a long way, but it is not.
It's not.
Let me show you.
Did
So
somebody get on there?
I didn't hear anybody.
I thought I did.
Let me go to right here. We'll just stay here. So that's I was probably not in the exact place, 960 feet, but that right there is even 1,236 feet. That's not very far.
It was closer to Simpson Road.
Yeah, here, let me just clear those.
Because it went straight down to Simpson Road.
Yeah. So then it would have to be right here. Because it went, yeah, it was peering straight down. So it was there. You're right. So I'm going to put it right there to.
Lips said Andrew was confronted and couldn't answer the questions. I recorded it. He's saying he's buddies with Andy now.
Probably not far-fetched. But I don't know. I don't know what to say about. I don't know what to say about all them. If that's the case, though, having those people go up and stay up there, I feel like you could pick. They just have respect, have different. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't want to even just put my foot in my mouth, but I don't know. If that's the fact and they're up there, then what was all that talk that there would be a search and they were going to search and before this stupid reward thing went up? Look, if that's the case, if they are if people are really worried about that reward fund, then you shouldn't be involved with this case to begin with.
No.
If you're going to fall off after this goes away, then it is what it is. There's Andrew right there. Hey, buddy. I'll give you time to speak. Let me clear my screen off here so I can bring you up. Okay.
What's up, bro?
What's up, dude? Now, so people, I'm glad you came up here because you'd be the one to ask instead of speculate. So, is there any truth to that? I don't know. I just read something. I've been off of YouTube for a week and a half. Well, a week.
Oh, I noticed that much. Forget, I keep eyes on everybody.
Yeah.
But no, people are getting things twisted and mixed up. What I said earlier is that the airport is across from Warriors Park. And I did say that somebody told me that 125 Ben Hill Road was on Airbnb, and I said, okay, book it.
Oh.
Okay.
So, see, that's why I'm glad you came up and spoke for yourself. That's where.
Well, I figured that people obviously out there did their homework and is letting me know that it was never up there. I'm like, okay, cool. So I booked a hotel in town. So I'm working.
I heard of other people. See, I didn't know that it could be that it wasn't far-fetched, because I heard of a couple other creators talked about that when they came here that they could possibly stay up there. So I was like, there could be truth to it?
Well, that's what I was told too. So I mean, but I was also told that some of the yard he's selling for $100 for campers, like a lot a piece for $100.
Where at?
Right there on 125. From what I was also told. At the same time, I was told about it being on Airbnb.
Huh.
So
that's crazy. Well, I mean, Polly Bernard she owns a lot of property we found out there. So, I mean, she's probably into making money. I'm sure she could that way.
I wouldn't know until I get the call back.
Yeah, that's wild. So have you spoke to Andy?
Not personally.
No. Yeah,
a three-way call, so to speak, but it was basically more of and huh and yup type deal. Nothing but.
Andrew, you just don't waste these people's time like this. I'm sorry, Cam. I'm sorry. He knows.
It's okay. Hold on. I was actually going to ask him a few things while he's up here.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, it's infuriating.
I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I have been gone for a week. I don't know
I'll
what
mute.
anybody. But so did you know that Allie knew Jody Sue and them?
No, I did not.
Yeah, see, I heard that on that interview. Was that one of Doug's too?
Yeah, she
I know about Leslie's son, who is
Or so?
yeah. I just found out about that myself, and I didn't know anything about that. And
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I've just been working and whatnot, so I haven't really been up on doing a lot of lives and shit. So it's just like all this is coming at me like it's coming at you. It's just I'm just trying to siphon through what the hell is going on.
Well, I heard that Allie obviously knew Andy and chased him down.
This was all from Jody too. Though,
Yeah,
and
that all
was much earlier on.
But here's the thing. That's why I actually came up here, Cam. That's why I actually came up here. If I'm remembering right, which of course I'm not sure, but wasn't it put out there that Candace didn't hang out with anybody up there on the hill?
Yeah.
So how is Judy Sue even relevant in this situation? I mean, they never hung out or talked or anything. So how would Judy, and they lived, that big of a gap away from each other.
That's the difference there, because Candace acted like they were just the best friends first time I talked.
Best friends, but she
had great things to say about Jody Sue.
Yeah.
And then that's what we thought. And then when all that came out that I guess whatever happened between her and Jody Sue and they got mad at each other, then I still don't know why. It was all about, oh yeah, I do know. It was because Jody Sue said something about seeing Summer in the shower, but with Dawn. But you can't see that bathroom from anywhere. If you're sitting outside in a vehicle, you couldn't see the inside of that house and see a bathroom from anywhere. Because it's around. There's you got to go through a doorway, and it's on the
end. Go through two doors.
You go through two doors, and it's on the inside.
To the left.
Yeah, the inside left of that house.
See, the only time I actually seen that house was when it was in that Chris McDonough video. So I mean, I really don't know the whole layout of that house like that. I mean, it's crazy.
Did y'all not go up there when y'all come in?
No,
out in the yard or something.
We never made it any further than the one stretch of the highway where the hotel, where Super 8 is, and Dollar General is.
What about the? Didn't y'all meet her at a storage?
Yeah, at Dollar General to get the
one there
food for the kids.
Yeah, I know what.
And that's where I met Candace and Grandis, and then that's where Allison met up with me because she was trying to help us find a spot until our house came available.
Are the storage places you're talking about, are they across the road?
They were like down a little ways and around the corner, if that makes any sense. I don't remember the exact name.
I'd say they're in Fall Branch. So that's where I think was his name, Jeffy said he saw her with the orange cat, or remember?
I'm not sure.
I remember. I just got that from your interview. I thought that with when Jeffy was on there, he said that Summer was there holding the orange cat or something. I don't know the full.
Well, I had one of the two cats that we brought with us, I gave to Hunter, and somewhere along the lines of on my way back up here, from the time I left and the time I got back up here, Hunter gave the cat to Summer.
Yeah.
So,
see, that's when y'all come down here. It's like Allie and Candace and all their stories all flipped out with Jose and all that. Like everybody was going crazy with their stories about that time. I was like, is there something they don't want nobody to know about? Like even with Candace, I gave her a chance to answer her side of stuff, and she said that Jose was only there for a month and a couple of days. And then come find he did have a job here when he was here, and
according to what Grandma
that's what Grandma Candy.
Well, was that ever actually? Did anybody actually call the place and find out if wherever it was that he actually worked there?
That cat scratching post, but that's the exact word she used too, and I can't find.
Said they made pet things.
Where was it? Rogersville or not? We found it. There is actually a place here. I never called, but that's a good idea.
Okay.
But then I asked, where exactly did y'all take him? when he left, and they said they Candace first said, I don't remember. And I said, well, ask your mom. She's right there. She said, and then she told me herself, Grandma had said, I don't know where we took her. I said, well, even if you slept all the way there,
You would have had to
you had to
drove
drove back. So you probably, you just don't forget where you take somebody.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I don't
You
know.
if you don't forget where the hell you've been.
Yeah. So I don't know. Everybody got all tight-lipped about all that when it was brought up. But then I think y'all got on there and tried to clear up. So was he here 6 months? Where did the 6 month thing come from?
I don't know. That's why I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Like, no, I mean, he got dropped off in September of 2020. But the thing about that is he wasn't even supposed to go.
He wasn't even supposed to come?
No, he wasn't even supposed to go down with us.
And he just ended up staying. And
He just said, screw it, I'm gonna go. It gets him closer to where he wanted to be. And it's like, okay. And then he wanted to stay down there because I don't know. When we were loading up, he said something about he might stay down there, and just to be closer to where he wanted to be. And I'm like, all right. And then throughout the whole time of packing up everything back in the U-Haul, he's like, he was like really thinking hard on it. He looked a little upset and a little confused on what he wanted to do, but he ultimately stayed.
That's what I was bringing up earlier. You showed the receipts for that U-Haul van, and if I remember right, didn't he say he stayed because he got pissed off that he had to ride in the back of that truck?
No, that's what I thought it was, because he didn't want to take turns with Jeff sitting in the back of the U-Haul halfway, back and forth, switching out back and forth like they did on the way down. That's why I ultimately thought he stayed for. But later on, I found out that he told Jeff he wanted to stay because it gets him closer to where he wants to be. And I was like, all right. And then this whole time, I honestly did think he made it to the Philippines because the girl he was talking to was still talking to Jeff and telling him how Jose was doing, everything else. And so that's why I honestly thought, he actually made it to the Philippines. And then come to find out later on down the road, he never went. It's
and God rest his soul. God rest his soul. Yeah. We're not talking any disrespect about him.
No, it was a Penske, by the way. It was a Penske truck. And
what was the name of the place? Ware Manufacturers?
Ware Manufacturers.
WARE Manufacturers.
Is where it was said that he was working.
Yeah, and that's why I was like that, because it's like, okay, if he was working, that's cool, but he wasn't down there for 6 months.
Yeah, that's what. Well, see, I actually, talked to. I went really deep into trying to find out about this. Me and her both did. We called Dawn's sisters in Utah, Sonia, and I asked her how long was it before, how long was Dawn actually down in Utah, and she said around 5 months. So I was like, is there any truth? Because he was actually gone 5 to 6 months. And then he came back, and I guess at the news that he was here. I don't know, but yeah, I'm glad you came up and gave your piece about it. Did you want to say anything else? I guess people wanted to hear about that 125 Ben Hill. What you heard?
Well, like I said, I got a call from a friend of mine saying that it was up on Airbnb. I'm like, okay, so book it. And then she was telling me about how possible that she heard from the grapevine that possibly they might be selling lots for $100 a piece, $100 a spot for campers for the vigil. I'm like, okay, cool. But the more I'm, watching and listening and just doing my own thing, people are actually going out there looking. And if it's not up there, that means my so-called friend gave me a line, and I had good thing I haven't sent money yet.
Are y'all are coming down for the vigil?
I'm coming down to see my son, and then I'm going to pop in. As wrong as this sounds, I'm going to pop into the Warriors Park Vigil to say a prayer and light a candle,
Right. Well,
and then
that's
I'm
all.
heading to the airport because I should be able to make it in time. Make it from the Vigil to the airport just in the nick of time to catch my plane. As long as I don't dilly dally too much at the Vigil, like, you know, rub elbows, talk to a lot of people because I like to talk, I should make it to my plane on time.
Is
Ding,
Hunter?
ding, ding.
Well, he's a minor, so I don't want to bring it, but he.
Hunter's gonna stay down there because that's how that is. And
Okay.
I don't know this Ryan person you guys keep talking about. I need a last name, please.
Who is Ryan? I saw it
Yeah,
too.
no.
just a minute ago.
Mama Bear and Chris have been saying Ryan for like the last 2 days. It's like, who the hell is Ryan? I mean, I need a last name.
Were y'all planning on bringing a camper down here or something? Is that what?
No. Me and my brother are flying down the 14th, and we're catching the plane the 15th to come back. But I'm trying to stretch it to where I don't have to come back until the 17th. But I have work I have to move around first because I do landscaping in the summertime. Well, spring, summer, and fall time. So.
Well, I appreciate you coming up here and getting that straight. I'll let you hop off here, man. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, bud. You just have a good night. I love your content. Just saying.
No, I appreciate that, man. And like, no disrespect, I'd rather somebody come up and have, tell their side of it any day than us speculate on it. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it, man.
Yep. Later, brother.
Later. All right, Constant, what's up?
Oh my God, y'all. I don't want to disrespect your show at all. I don't want to be that person. But if you can see in chat right now, there's a bunch of us that know, and y'all been gone for a while. Everything Andrew has said is a lie. I doubt that he's coming down here, but there was never any Airbnb on Ben Hill Road. I don't know why he's starting drama like that. I really think he's just trying to build his channel up again. I have clip after clip. You have to go watch him with his own words that proves what he's doing. He's coming all in here like this and like, hey buddy, hey, what's up? And then he gets on panel, like old friend, old buddy pal. He is doing nothing but exploiting his own son and Summer. He didn't even know what time the vigil was. I had to tell today. I told him, what time's your plane leave? He said the night of the 15th. Well, Andrew, did you know that the night of the 15th, that's when the vigil is? I mean, he's coming down to see Hunter. Hunter's not even going to be there. Ask Mama Bear and Chris, talk to Hunter and Alli. Hunter is not going to be there because he don't want his dad to see him. He's triggered by his dad. Right. And Andrew just keeps pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And the only reason he's pushing it is to build his channel. And I'm just begging everybody, either get him on panel and hold him accountable, or don't let him on panel.
Because I don't know. I tried to ask him things that I was unclear about, and I didn't know that I could only speak on at this point.
But everything he tells you is bull. I mean, even if he tells you the answer, it's bull. I mean, he's not being truthful with anything. Like with Jose, he first came out and said, "Oh, Jose was his long lost friend." Jose comes out and is like, "I don't hardly know the dude." So then what's Andrew do? Brings up all this shit about him, and now he's acting like he's Jose's best friend again. No, he doesn't know nothing about him.
That's one thing I wanted to bring up on there for sure, and I wanted to let him speak on it, was that when him and Jose, when all that stuff came out, Alli, Candace, all of them, their stories started going crazy, all of them, and I don't know why that was. And that's why I was trying to ask. None of them added up. They were all different. So there's things I've seen. He did show a receipt for a U-Haul van, but then he said that was a Penske truck. There, I'll let he came up here, let him talk, then we can get more from it. If there is
sometimes even if people are being untruthful, it's better to let them talk, because then you will get the more.
Well, and if you'll see I mean, if Mama Bear, get Mama Bear or Chris up here, I wish you would, because they have more knowledge than I do. I'm just clipping the channel in his own words and showing that he's lying. I mean, it's egregious. It's just absolutely egregious. The man admitted to pay $25 a month child support for Hunter. every year since he was 6 months old. Why? Because that's the lowest that New York will allow you to pay if you don't have a job. So that means for 16 years, he hasn't paid but $25 a month for Hunter. And he's sitting over there vaping and smoking and drinking and supposedly doing cocaine. And I said, hey, why don't you sell your computer or your Xbox? Are you crazy? If my kids can have electronics, I'm going to have electronics. Are you crazy? It's
But
just a grievous.
if
It's
that,
just,
if he, that's something he has to deal with. That's neither here nor there. I wanted to
no,
ask, you know what I'm saying?
I understand that. But my issue is when people allow him on panel like that, that gives him, it's not like credibility, but it appears to, it's relevant. This man is worse than Don Wells.
Well, see,
I just wish everybody would quit talking to him because it's just making him. He found one. All it takes is one lady, and Mama Bear and Chris will tell you, she's a very nice lady. She has given Andrew money after money, and there's another lady that can't even afford it, but she feels sorry for him and she felt bad. All it takes is for one person to do that.
There's Chris, somebody. Hold on. I see you, buddy. You can turn your camera off.
All it takes is one victim like that to get sucked in by that man, and he's on the free road, and this woman's getting taken advantage of. I'm just saying, and the reason I'm just telling you about the child support is, it's just vile. It's just vile what he does, sitting over there using people.
Well, there's been things that are uncovered that were talked about early on that I know that about him in his past that believe me, I'm very aware of. And
it's not so much his past. It's his current. It's his current. He's. I'll let Chris talk to you. I'll shut up for a while. I'll let Chris. She knows more than I do.
Hi, Constance.
Hi, Chris.
I have never had a human being trigger me as much as he does.
Right.
I mean, the other night, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. That's how triggered I was.
See, I know that there was some things being said that he's talked to children on his, and I'm not here. I haven't heard it firsthand, so I don't know. And that's the reason I just I'll be respectful either way. They showed me respect by coming up here and being respectful of my panel.
Yeah.
I'll be respectful back, but I was just trying to ask something. I'm also trying to be very careful and sensitive to the fact of everything with Jose. So I didn't want to ask a bunch, at this point in time, because I don't want to trigger anybody that way.
Well,
So
Cam,
go ahead.
the truth is, he doesn't really know anything. He goes off of what he hears on YouTube.
Right. Oh, well, and I've seen a bunch that way, and that's why I wanted to ask about things when they came down here, and about the storage building. And I think that it was said that they had went to the property once, in an interview that they did, that they had been up there and then they left. There was something when they all came down here. How many of them was there? Suppose 13 of them.
Yeah, there was like 13.
And some kids. I don't know if it's counting too. Why? I still find that there's something relevant to that. I still believe there is. I don't know what it is.
There's some reason that nobody's stories added up and everybody
started flip-flopping, going all, it was crazy. And that's
one thing. He thinks I get my information from Alli, but it's not Alli I get information from.
I've never even spoke to the woman. She won't speak to us.
I adore Alli. She is such a sweetheart. And actually, I have a relationship with Hunter, True, and Sandra. They all call me Aunt Chris. So I won't
question. You probably know things on their side. And
yeah.
Right. And I don't know all that because I haven't spoke to them. And I think that was because of we spoke to the Wells first and then speak to them.
And when you find out what Chris has to say, you'll see why at least us three are just livid that that anybody's even given him. I feel like he should be shunned like a leopard. I mean, that's cruel. I know it's cruel, and I know that's not Christian. But I just feel like if he comes into chat, either ignore him. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Gender snaps, not gender snap, right? It's gender. It's not the same one, I don't believe. Go ahead, though, Chris. Go ahead. Sorry, I was just making sure. I'm trying to. I think there's one with an S that's a different. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and say what you wanted to. Though.
I really doubt he's going down there.
Right.
I think he's doing this to get on everybody's panels to build his channel back up.
Exactly.
Well, and if that, I let him say what he wanted to, and then when it was over, I was like, "Oh, thanks for coming up," because that's the only thing I wanted to clear up. I'd heard that rumor, and this ain't the first time I'd heard people could stay at 125, because I heard another creator that was coming down with somebody that actually we were talking to say something about staying at 125.
Yeah.
And Andy was gonna, could make that happen or something. Somebody who speaks to Andy. So I didn't know. I was like, maybe she, maybe Polly did say it was something that people
Well,
could
there
come.
is something up with that, and I'm not sure what it is, because I'm sure that's exactly where you heard it. I'm sure that's where Andrew heard it, because I just been watching and putting too much together. But I don't know how it happened, and I don't know the particulars of that. But I think Andrew just ran with that, because he was on Biddy's panel and he was on all these other panels yesterday. He already told everybody he had a Honda. What was a hundo? A hundo booked the 110, 20, 125 Ben Hill. This is what he went with yesterday. He told everybody he had it booked. And now I looked up, I said, there's nothing listed on Ben Hill. And I asked everybody else to look it up. There's nothing listed. And now he's like, oh, well, man, must have been bad. Must have been bad as misinformation. Why is he doing that? Why would you bring chaos to a more chaos case?
Anybody would have to do is just look at this right here. And there's nowhere to put an RV up here.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, you would have to pull, and here in a second, hold on a second. I'll pull up the pictures of this driveway real quick.
No, this morning.
Andrew thought the vigil was at Dawn and Candace's house.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
But this morning he said they're renting out spaces on the property to put a tent.
Like for tents.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, really, I was going to go say, okay, let me go get a tent and sleep there.
Yeah, now the other creator, and they did that publicly. They were talking, it was CSI and Ziggy. They were talking about going and staying up there. But that was something completely separate. That was just because they had talked.
But that's where Andrew got the idea, because that's where Andrew heard it. And he ran with it.
That's been over a week. I mean, that's been over a week ago. I haven't even, the only time I looked on anything was you yesterday and today. I hadn't even been on anything, because when I take a break, I take a break. I don't look at nothing. But hold on a second. I'm going to pull up these pictures real quick, and I'll show you just what her driveway at 125 looks like.
In fact, he called her Judy Sue all the time. This is how little he knows. He called her Judy Sue. He's just inserting himself to be relevant. And you ask yourself, why are you doing that? And you know why he's doing that. To grift. And it's sickening. I mean, it's sick.
That Judy Sue, I did hear that.
His mods were always told, delete anybody who talks about the case in my chat.
Yeah, Chris is his ex-mod. Chris and Mama Bear were his top mods.
So we would delete him. He would not say Summer's name. He would call her Little Miss.
What was up with that moist thing? What's up with that?
He's a defiant child. That's the only way to describe him. If somebody says don't do it, he's going to do it. And a lot of people don't like the word moist.
Yeah, that's like, I thought there was something. I was like, what's up with that? It's kind
just like the panda tattoo. Everybody was bothering him so long about the panda. He had to go get a tattoo.
Well, and just because what it stands for, it's
instead of being a decent human being, if you know what a panda what people think about the panda, and it's in Summer's case, a decent human being would put his panda bear pictures to the side. You can still love panda bears. You just don't need to have them all up in your life, all up, making a big deal about them in a little girl's missing case, because it's offensive. You don't offend more when you know it's offensive.
Right.
That's
a little much, though. I mean, yeah, because that stands for. That's a sign for RSO activity, and
and he'll say, "Oh, I love pandas." Well, you know what, dude? You can still love pandas. You just don't need to have it up in. It's offensive, and the reason he does it is for controversy. And he's not doing controversy because he just wants a YouTube channel. He wants them subscribers back. Mm-hmm. And now, Chris was his top mod. I mean, man, I couldn't say nothing in Andrew's chat that Chris wouldn't have me deleted in 2 seconds. And Mama Bear was the same way, but they seen the way he treated his other children firsthand. Something about cocaine on the table, some song about,
makes it controversial too. That right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just because of that right there. And that's, I mean, there's a time and a place for things that just leads for speculation in people's minds to go crazy. And then them being down here and saying that they saw her at a storage facility and all that, that just, I mean, that's why people still have questions to things. I still do. There, everybody's story went sideways then, and I don't understand why it did.
I mean, do you remember I said something? I made a clip. I said, "What was the name in Benny's chat that got Andrew all worked up?" It was Josh something. And I couldn't really, figure it out. Well, Chris and Mama Bear.
His brother is an RSO.
Sorry.
RSO.
Yeah. See, is that Jeffy?
No,
Joshua.
It's not even his brother, right?
Jeffy's not even his brother. No,
that's what I thought. So, yeah,
but Josh is.
That's one thing. Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want this to turn into something like gossip or anything. Well,
No,
I mean,
it's
I
not.
understand there. I know what you're saying though. Look, it wasn't towards y'all. I'm just saying I don't want. You got to get where I'm coming from. I don't want it to, because it can definitely it'll get mistaken as something completely different than what.
But if we're worried about them stories changing all the time, I think maybe that
And we're saying we documented that. I know what I was listening. I was just letting them talk, and that's that's the best way to be able to find out anything. If somebody's being truthful or not, let them talk. Let them talk about certain things, and then you can compare it to what was said before. I mean, that's what even the things I've had that we called out on Candace. It's because we could prove it. She said this time, and she said this a different time.
That's what my channel's built on.
Yeah, that's what it's got to be.
Yeah, and it's their own words. It's their own words. I don't put anything in anybody's mouth. It's your own words.
Jody Sue's completely. That's the reason people are so hell bent on what's going on. Have a right to be, because she has contradicted everything she said at different points in time.
Yep.
She's had a cover story for every single thing that she's talked about, or even before it's talked about, even to the point that Chris McDonough is not true in somebody's. And she just kept right along. She's, Doug asked why did he say this is not true? She just kept right on. I don't know, Doug. She just said, I don't know. Like that explains it. I called it before I even heard that. She didn't have no back. She acts like she has all this behind the scenes conversations and knowledge. Well, we wondered why H said this, and we wondered why he threw that name out there. Maybe because he knew who your Andy was, because we have found out that he, through what Jody Sue said, she knew Alli from working with her,
and then that Alli had been going to Andy's work supposedly.
Yeah,
and I mean, who knows?
And then they ran him down on Morlock Drive or something. That's what Jody Sue said. That
down
I don't know. You could probably fill in on that, or I don't know if there's anything to that or not, or if she's just covering or making up something.
She's making shit up.
Yeah, I see it, and that's a good thing to know. Like that's a good thing about people. I mean, if you've talked to Alli and all that, then you've been able to ask her, was that true? Did that happen? Did she ever work with her?
And what I do is I'll ask her something one way and then wait a little bit and ask her it another way to see if I get different answers. Most of the time I get the same answers. It's stupid little things that I have found that she was fibbing a little bit on. But the big things, I haven't found her lying yet. Well,
see, and that's the same thing with things with Don, what he told us. There was no way, a lot of people would say that he was saying this. I've asked him 3,000 different ways certain things, and it's always the same. He didn't even flinch when he would answer them. No. Does that mean he's not lying? No, but I'm just saying his story has been consistent on a bunch of stuff, and he told on himself a lot more than I felt like he deceived on anything. He was straight things that weren't flattering for him. But do I feel like well, was there something I asked you first a second ago? Did Jody Sue work with Alli?
No.
That's not even truthful?
No.
So it's all been something to fit her narrative, what she wanted to happen.
Yeah.
So, and then I knew I caught this on the interview that she had with Look, how come is that? No, we're not. I see it right there.
Okay.
Listen, so I caught this too. She said, this is people in chat too. I'll get back over there in just a second, but this is just, I'm just applying things that we heard Jody Sue saying. I'm asking somebody that might have answers to that. If Allie would like to, sometimes she's more welcome to come up and talk. If she wants to, you will be respectful. You can tell her that. But I just wanted to say, I heard her say that H had been up there all the time, hung out up there with Candace for years. He's only 15. So how could he know all these big dealers that she said? This is what she said on Doug's. He knew all the hard drug dealers and all this, and knew them for years. And Andy was not big time. They just aggravated him for his personal G and all that. And I'm like, you know, how he's 15. How does he know all these hard? It's always had a cover story, always had a finger to point somewhere else. And they knew the name. What was it she said about the name? It wasn't Andy. Doug even asked it. He said, so what, they just call random people Andy or something?
Yeah, she said something like, well, it's just like how, you know, your name's Doug, but then I could just, what if I start calling you Andy?
Oh my goodness, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so I don't want to go any deeper into this. I'll thank y'all for coming up, and I appreciate what y'all saying. I know what you meant, and I
want to tell you one last thing. I want to tell you one last thing that to me, if Hunter's been through trauma, I mean, I'm sure this has been hell for him. I feel like we need to protect him. I feel like, you know, the best way to protect him is to ignore his father. The man literally got on YouTube, and Andrew did this himself, told everybody how proud he was that he told his son he was a mistake. Now, if that doesn't tell you that we need to ban this man from YouTube, nothing else will. Could you imagine?
Yeah, that's true. That's unacceptable. And is there proof that that's the only thing,
yes.
though? Before
Chris,
I don't want it to be.
Yeah, it's clipped on my channel. I got it in his own words.
Yep.
Okay.
He said, "Oh well, he just made a mistake."
Yeah, that's
after he told him that he didn't want him. You know, he's been vile to this boy. I think, and that's it. We just need to protect the boy because his dad's not doing it. And that's all I got to say. Thank you for letting me come up.
Yeah, no problem. Thank y'all. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I didn't want that to. That's not what that was intended for. I wanted everybody got to say their piece. That's fine. I wanted him to speak in his own words about what that we referenced, what we brought up about the trip and people staying 125. That's all that was meant for. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But what I do want to discuss and is what I was just talking about with them. You know, and if this doesn't make us question stuff, I don't know what else is. And this is just from us listening today. And I pick up new things every time I hear these different interviews that, yeah, Raybird, I'm picking up on that. I didn't know about all that. Yeah, that's not what that was. If that's all drama, I don't want to be.
And you guys know that we are not about the drama.
It's not what I do.
And
we just want people to be able to speak. You know, if they have something to say, if they said it, then they're more welcome to come up here and say it out there, you know, to back up what they say or say why they said this or say why they said that. That's all. There was nothing that, you know, I don't want any that to be mistaken. That's what we were trying to do. Yeah, we don't want nobody. We don't want that kind of drama and stuff going on. I understand people have things they don't like. I get, you know, about certain people and things they don't like about others. But, you know, that's our personal opinions, and that's okay. This is what I do have to say, though. Watching, and I don't want this to take away from what we're talking about, but Jody Sue saying, even on that interview she did with Doug, to the fact that she blames Hunter for saying, look at that nice sports car. Like, his attention span is we already know he has ADHD. That's what was given to us because of the reason he was yawning, couldn't keep attention, because he said, oh, look at that car. That's a nice sports car. But like, he was pretty much deflecting. That's not, I don't feel like I didn't get that from that. from when that happened. I didn't pick that up. I thought that maybe he is 15-year-old and saw a car that he liked and pointed it out. He's in a intense situation. Maybe it is. I don't know. There is things that I felt like being maybe, eyebrows raised at him when he said certain things and stuff. There was that.
SP said justice for all called and verified Jose's job at the
Yeah,
cat scratch
I never
factory.
questioned that. I figured that was for true. That was the truth about him working down here, because
Especially grandma, and I mean, we know grandma could lie too. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that she did verify that she was taking him to and from work every day whenever he was there at the house. So
see, there's Melissa. Richard's
Yeah, she
cousin
just-
just texted us and said,
she tagged us in that too about that. And they're saying once again no foul play involved.
yeah,
But this
they found
man-
a body in a river behind Grant's where Richard Honecker was found, and that was his cousin just texted.
Well, Grant's is on the other side.
Well, still,
But
they're
still,
saying
it's
that's
close proximity, and
they're calling everything accident.
he wasn't even from that town.
Yeah, everything's always an accident to them. Like they find
Apparently,
two bodies.
Richlands is just a
uh,
very accident-prone place.
right.
I don't buy that, but okay.
I don't want to get off subject.
Yeah. Oh,
I need. Hold on, a napkin, please, if you
I
can.
don't have any.
There should be some over there. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, everybody. Thank y'all. The lighting, I guess, made me look like a red face. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. She got up to move and do something real quick. There is a little better. Why is it doing that? Maybe I can do it this way. Hold on a second.
Meep, you can absolutely vacation in Tennessee.
Yeah, come
If
back.
we're talking about Richlands, if you're
Virginia.
talking about that, yeah, that's in Virginia. So
There, that fixed it. I fixed it. Okay, that's a little better. All right, cool. Okay, so yeah, back to what we're talking about. Thank you for bearing with us. Raybird, is that talking about Hunter? Is he getting married? Is that true? See, I didn't know that. He said that's
Yeah.
what they're saying there.
and then there was a rumor, and that's what I was trying to look into today. There was a rumor that he's also. This is a rumor. I'm not stating this as fact. I was trying to find it today that he's also going to be having a baby.
Is he?
I
No,
don't know.
well, that's a rumor.
That's a rumor.
Yeah, sorry about that. Look, guys, and that wasn't our fault. I know people have strong feelings, and let's just try to keep. If somebody comes up here to speak about something we've asked, let's, that's all I ask for them. I mean, they're coming up here, they're saying it from their own mouth. That's all we can ask for. Now, if it's true or not, that can be talked about later. That's all that I wanted to get from that. So he's not having. She said no, he's not having a baby.
Good.
I don't
I
know.
just saw that said somewhere today, and I wanted to check.
But this is
into
the
it.
same thing too. That we have to look into everything. And that doesn't have anything to do with that. Since past summer has went missing, I don't know. That's not what we're here to talk about. I'm just saying with everybody. Alli, he was down here when Jose and them came. Andrew was, Now were they questioned? Who knows? I don't know. Were they questioned about that time down here? I don't know. I don't know if that was ever brought up, but it's the same with everything. If we're going to talk about looking into Jody Sue and all the things that they've said that were inaccurate, then we have to do that with everybody. Now, I can tell you one thing, and this was from Chris McDonough, that he said when he did an interview, when he came down here and he interviewed Hunter and all that the very first time back last year in 2021. You can maybe help me with the exact words of this, but didn't they, they had to go out there 3 times and it was a female FBI agent
Yes.
now they questioned Hunter 3 times. And then on the 3rd time, they sent a female FBI agent out to question him because they wanted an accurate, consistent story from him. In a roundabout way, that's what Chris McDonough had said. Now, I don't know if you remember that or not, but there was all sorts of people. While the stories were changing, they were being different here and different there. When it was talked about that they came down here and Jose stayed, everybody's stories went crazy then. That's what I picked up from it. I sat back. I didn't weigh in on what Jose was saying, except for the fact that he said that Summer had wandered off before and that they had found her down here, found there. Now, that matched up with things that we had heard, but does that make it true? No, that's hearsay. That's supposedly witness testimony. Now, there was things that he said that I felt like there was a lot of things that would have had to have happened, regardless of how long Jose was here. When Don came back, I think they have him coming back from Utah, and they have a Facebook. I think they were able to put him back in Tennessee on October 7th, right?
I think so.
October
yes.
7th. So regardless of however long he stayed at that house, all the things that he said that happened with Don, Jose happened with Don, would have had to have happened, every single second. Something would have had to have happened, because if he was working a job and staying at the house and witnessing all this stuff with the red truck, ladder rack, all that, he still was only around Don a week and a couple of days, or what? Isn't that right? It's a week and a few days.
Mm-hmm.
That's as much time as he would have been around, or maybe a weekend,
Right at a week or something.
right at a week.
Well, the thing about it was supposed to be like maybe a little over a week, but what people were saying is he would have had to have seen all of this stuff happen over just evenings and one weekend, because Don was working and Jose was also allegedly working. So he would have had to have seen all of the stuff that he said that he saw in a very short amount of time.
That's true. Hold on a second. Let me. On Richard, I was just texting his cousin back, Richard Honeacre's cousin back on that, because we're going to continue to cover his case as well. Okay, let me catch up what's going on here in the chat with y'all. Does that make sense, what we were saying, though? Summer went missing and paid $1,000, and his name is Prayer Warrior said, have you heard about JS getting a tattoo a month before Summer went missing and paid $1,000? I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, Hill's in there. That's the way I felt too. Good to see all you guys. Thanks if you're just coming in. I appreciate it. We're just trying to have an open discussion and talk about things that were Stargazer. I feel you on what you're saying there. I'm not going to put that up there, but there's just a lot of things, a lot of different you try to stay on track about what we can prove and what is not provable and what people have said in this. Now we can line up people's statements to what they've said prior, and if they don't match up, then that's one thing. Does that mean the whole thing's a lie? Possibly. And they just forgot their own lie and added different parts? Possibly. But there's not much to go on. But the things that do bother me in a lot of this is the claims towards the boys, things like that have not been proven, that people put out as fact that aren't. Those things bother me.
Right.
People will look at a picture and it tells them what they want to see. They say, they look, there now, we have to admit this. There's been a lot of Photoshop pictures as well, but there's also been ones that people point out a dirt smudge and say, or potentially dirt, who knows what it is. They'll say it's a bruise. When who knows what it really actually was? Is it from falling outside playing? Is it from riding a dirt bike? Is it from doing this or that? Nobody knows. Or is it from a parent being abusive? Nobody can answer that, but they can, we've seen that time and time again. And that's just a fact of it. That's covering for nobody. That's not taking up for anybody. That's just trying to be factual about it. Unless, I'm missing out and I've seen a picture that I'm not seeing a picture that you push a button on and it explains everything in that picture factually. If that's technology and I haven't seen it, then I guess I'm just late to the party and behind. But those are the things that do bother me. Did Amber do their makeup?
That's funny.
Who knows? I don't know. What did she call it? Her bruise kit?
Her bruise kit.
Her bruise kit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but kids, when you play outside or do this or that, then, it's either.
Listen, I was covered in bruises. I am very pale. I'm still covered in bruises half the time. But
You just missed Scott H. Fire and Brimstone, she said. Go ahead.
Did you read that one?
Which one?
The one I just put up there.
Oh, okay. Go ahead with who you're saying.
I'm very pale and I can barely brush up against the doorknob and I end up with a bruise. But when I was a kid, I had bruises all over my arms and legs because I was constantly outside playing, and that's just how some kids are.
Well, and even our children, even when they're in gymnastics and when they're in this stuff, like they play hard. They like to flip and do balances and stand
just
up
running
and run all the time. That's this energy that happens. Now, is that a fact with everything in this? We don't know till we see a report that says otherwise. It is the speculation, correct? Okay, so I wanted to get y'all's opinion on stuff. If y'all want to click the link and come up and to have a discussion with us. She's leaning off to talk to our child, by the way, and I have to mute this, or that'll get somebody's definitely out there with the 1,170 out here right now watching this. Somebody's trying to clip this and find anything they can. Best believe it's sad. Hold on one second. Sorry, my new sound card I got in, the cat just knocked off and everything. Sorry about that. Allie, they said you look gorgeous.
Oh, and by the way, Hills in the Air said, nobody touch your nose. By the way, I have a nose ring. Oh, gosh. And sometimes if I'm doing this, like I was in that clip, it's because it has little like diamond like things on it, and I try to.
Here, do we need to do a zoom in on your nose?
Yeah, let me get real
close.
Hold
on, I can zoom in on it.
Look, and it gets okay. It gets twisted. Hold on, let me show you. It gets twisted to where the little diamond things aren't in the right place, and so I will twist it. My gosh.
Yeah, it's stupid. Anyway.
It's so stupid.
No sniffs allowed. No, somebody said it earlier. Cam, you sure are sniffling a lot in here. It's because I said my nose was running. That's why I had to blow my nose a minute ago. Because that happens to people.
Yeah.
We're not exempt from things happening. You'll crack. Yeah. He said, Kenny Knackers said, exactly. If you look hard enough for something to criticize, you'll scrape the barrel. That's the truth. Yeah, that you're nose picking. That's what it was. You were doing too.
Nose picking. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on up here, Scotty Skulls, if you want to. I just saw that you were in here. Scott H, what were they saying? What happened with him? Oh, yeah. Tell him if he's more than welcome to come over here if he wants. He was actually the one that gave me the idea to go on a break, believe it or not. He was like, yeah, you need to go on a break, bro. Go ahead and do you. And we're like, sure, we will. What?
I can't say that name.
What is it? NZ Rocks?
Yeah.
Probably got coke on their nose and ring.
On that there nose ring.
Yeah, on that there nose ring. Probably got that coke on there.
Oh, I do that too, Jill Cranford. I do. I'll play with it.
Oh, so what was it that you were wanting to play, Scott Skull? Did you call about the stuff with your truck or with the red truck?
By the way, email us because I have something to tell you about that.
Go ahead. What are you saying?
I said for him to email us
Oh, why is this
about the
lagging?
red truck thing. We hadn't been live in the last week.
Yeah, it's probably catching up with everything.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that.
Oh,
I'm
look,
talking about with
the
him.
part 10, there he comes in with this. That's what it was. Yeah, you got to pick that out, and you got to, how they gross, they'll eat it too. It's nasty. Sure, is there proof to that too? Is there a script out there floating around that supposedly that we have? They were on this or that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, want me to come up and play it, but not at computer. Yeah, I'd like to hear that if that's what it was. Yeah, I'd like to hear about what happened with your truck. But yeah, so we'll cover this real quick. Please, okay.
My foot is doing okay. I go back to the doctor Tuesday, and I'll get to see if I maybe get to take this boot off. I hope so, because it's annoying, but
Ginger Snap, I just got that from you, that text too. Read that and then see what you think. I might be able to share something with y'all real quick that you might be interested in. Oh, so is that I get what he's saying. So what happened? I didn't get to see the last thing from Volsteak. What did he say? I'll gladly find it though. Should I read that?
I don't know.
Okay, so it says, please tell Cam Andrew Hilt said that they were offering 100 AP from 125 Ben Hill. Immediately changed it. Now he said it was 100 per RV slot, 100 per pound. I don't know that. Well, there was things that they had said that Andy had to pull up plants or up there. That's why they didn't want people up around 125 Ben Hills because they were growing up there. Now, is there factual truth to? I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything to be able to back that up, but I know that was what was said, and there was green. That's all I know about was green that was supposedly being done up there. I know you were kidding, man. That's all good. I killed him with kindness. Well, no, look, it's all good. I knew people were kidding. That's what I let it roll off my back. We addressed that thing one time, it was over. But somebody come up here. I wanted to discuss some of this with y'all if you want to talk about this. I want to bounce some things off of y'all, talking about leading up to the vigil, what's been said, what y'all follow everything. So I wanted to get y'all's input on that. Like, so what's going on with you know, I know the ones that we're gonna attend if we go to them.
If we're able to.
If
go
we're
to-
able to go to them, I'm gonna try my hardest to make it to we're able to go. I did get a
We-
camera and everything for it. We're just hoping that the babysitters and stuff. I'm
Babysitters.
not gonna take my kids to where a bunch of YouTubers are running around. It's just asking for trouble. That's what happens. You know, I did take them to one of them, Rogersville, a vigil there. There was very few people there, but that's the reason I took them to that one. I want them to be a part as much as possible, but I don't want people filming my kids and making up stories and problems because that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we already have enough people that make up a bunch of crazy stuff, not even knowing us personally and not knowing our kids. I'm not gonna have my kids around people that.
Yeah, I do have pics, Kathy 117, of what the property looks like. I did show it on a map. So hold on a second. Let me add this in, and then I'll show you the driveway pictures. That would be better. Here's what 125 looks like since we're going to be talking about that. So
Party Cake said, "Put on the green screen undies."
the green screen undies. So there is 1, 2, 3. Looks to be like 3 structures up there that we can see, and then whatever this is over here. There's this. There's 3 structures up there, and that. So let me find these pictures of the driveway and stuff, and I'll show you what it looks like. This driveway is worse. I showed it on a live the other day, and I sent them through email. That's where they're at. Squall, what's up, Squall?
Hey, everybody.
How are you?
Let me get my others turned off here.
Just try to find these pictures of this.
Okay, one of those buildings that you pointed at is not a building; it's a trash pile.
That one over on the back side. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one thing. That's one thing I wanted to. There's a trash pile up at the Wells house that they got slammed over, but they got one too right up there on the back of that house.
The one at 125, the trash pile is so much bigger.
It looks like if you can see it from aerial,
So
like that,
much bigger. Now, a personal conversation that I had with Jody Sue in the beginning before she went all paranoid on me and blocked me. She was talking about coleslaw and Voldemort, and or Andy, and if I'm not mistaken, she has even said it on lives a couple of times on her Facebook and maybe even YouTube or somebody's panel. And I'm not quoting, but basically she was saying that coleslaw was really going to have a good time and have her hands full with that trash pile.
who is that? Who's coleslaw?
That's Andy's new girlfriend, the woman that he left Jody Sue for.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep me. I have been gone for a week. I haven't done nothing.
Right, but until she gives, permission to use, I do know what her real name is.
Can y'all hear us?
What happened?
Yeah, I had to take my dogs out back real quick.
Oh, okay.
And I do know what coleslaw's real name is because Jody Sue has put it out there, but out of respect until she gives permission to use that name publicly, I'm not going to use it.
Here's from the bottom of Jody Sue's driveway, and you can see right here. This is from March 4th, 2015, and I screenshotted it from her Facebook. So that's the bottom of it. This is worse than the Wells driveway. And that's, hold on, I got more of them here, and I got proof that it's 125 here. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this. You go ahead, Squall. I was going to show that real quick.
Oh, I was basically whenever you was pointing at that one, you said there's like a building here and a building here and a building there. I was like, oh wait, that one building's not a building, that's a pile of trash.
Yeah, whatever it was. That's why I said whatever that thing is right
Yeah,
there.
it, and there is somewhere on. I have seen a aerial picture of that where that trash pile was so much bigger than what you can see through all the greenery.
Well, it
But
looks
that
like that's
trash
just
pile
when they didn't want to
is
take their trash off. A lot of people up there just, and this, like I said, this goes back. I know the one at the Wells house went back from when his mom lived there too. So, I mean, everybody was pointing the blame at that, but I'm sure that they threw trash back there just as much too. There was also a trailer hooked to that house at one point in time. That people, do you remember have you seen those pictures?
yes, or the from 110 where it looked like the trailer was up against the current building house.
Yeah. And the one
Yes.
thing I'm glad you're up here too, though. One thing I will say, more inconsistencies have come from right over here at 125 that I feel like.
Yes,
Then
in the beginning, Jody,
there's where it says 125. If y'all can see that right
the
there. Okay.
residents at 120, the one specific resident at 125, she states that she allegedly heard a scream between 4:30 and 4:42. She told Candace that no one at 110 was outside when she heard the scream, and she told Dawn that Candace was in the house looking for Summer when she heard the scream, and that was the reason that Candace didn't hear it.
Pippa,
The
no, she has not.
scream allegedly, she said the scream allegedly happened between 4:30 and 4:42. There are texts in July, I believe it was, and I went over those on one of my lives from Jody Sue's page where she was allegedly messaging with Andy, and she was stating something in one of those, like, the tree trimmer crews are never here
Mhm.
after 4 o'clock. What are they doing in here at 4:30 and everything? And I felt
Which
like
it
she
wasn't
was.
true either. Which wasn't true either. There was still sub there where the police showed up on the 15th of June, right?
That I do not know if they were there when the police showed up, but they were.
We There was
From what
two of the police.
I never asked Candace or Dawn that.
Hold on, wasn't there two tree trimmer guys still up there?
Allegedly, that's what we were.
That's
There was a couple of them that were still working.
that were still working, like a couple of the main dudes. There was one guy that I know went home early that day. Two was a big thing at the beginning, but we also heard that those tree trimmer guys weren't looked into like 100%, like you would think they would be, but who knows if that was also a rumor too. I'm sure you can only look into them as much as they say, hey, we interviewed every single one of them. Where were they doing? They were working that day. Okay. I mean,
They also, I was informed that each one of the tree trimmer crews, all of their trucks were searched with the dogs for
that's
scent.
okay. You heard that? See, I didn't. I never heard that, and I didn't know if that happened or
I
not.
I heard that, but I'm not sure how reliable the source is.
Well, there's also three different companies too that were out there. That's another thing
Right.
that people like. There
But
was.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, everybody knows about Davies Tree Company, but I don't think they know about Wolf, and they know about uh, uh, Asplund. That's another big one that was out there because they all contracted off the power line, the power company to clear those right of ways for the power line, keep them clear up through there. So that's a big job running back there and going up those mountains and stuff.
Yes, it is.
I'm sure that they hired a lot more people that they probably did more people than usual to do that job because it was so big. They were still out there months after Summer went missing, and I think they're still out there. So they have a staging area right across from Lone Star. And what were you gonna say?
Mama just said we did a mixed timeline last night. and she is MIA on her on text for 54 minutes during the time she heard the scream. When she finally texted Andy back, she never said anything about a scream.
So she was.
Correct.
Wow,
That is correct. Absolutely 100% correct.
that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. And what she didn't say a scream, she said a loud noise, right?
However,
Yes.
there is a
She
total
heard
of
a
2
noise.
hours.
I believe
Sorry,
it was
what?
a noise. Just simple. I heard a noise.
She said, however, there is a total of 2 hours and 38 minutes where she sends only one text that says, yeah.
Yeah. And his answers were always, yeah, back, or okay.
Love you.
Love you.
Right, and that's simple. Yeah, in the midst of all of the other text messages that she shows, where she goes on rants in every single line.
Is odd.
Right. And I don't know. Thank you. Who just sent that about the last thing we talked about before we went on our break was about Holler Boy and all that stuff. So, yeah, I don't know who that is yet, but obviously, you know, there was a reason too why I played it. You know, I went quiet for a minute because I wanted to see if anything was going to be said by those people. I was waiting for it, and I haven't heard anything. And maybe it's a good thing. You call them out for what it is.
Tracy, yeah, it was first she said it was summer scream, then her son described it as animalistic, then she said it wasn't an animal, not a person, and then she said it was actually more of a shape.
Sage Sleuth says a noise, and yeah, she told us that on Tiffany Marie it was a shape.
Now, someone sent me a video the other day, and I believe it was the Madeline McCann case, Maddie McCann. And someone in that case mentioned and used the same exact description, an animalistic scream.
And then that, you know, that's her son had said that, and then she immediately right behind it, the next clip on WJHL said it wasn't an animal.
Not an animal.
But it's, I don't know. So this picture here I'm showing is, I found this is crazy too with her pictures. Like this one's also 2015. Was there snow on the other ones? No. So this one is supposed to have been in March 4th, 2015. That's just when she's posted.
That
No.
it's in a lot better condition now that he has video of it.
Yeah, I saw that too. But it, like when they get towards wintertime and stuff, after they don't have the gravel and it wind back out, all them driveways start looking about in washouts and everything.
My mom's driveway is similar. It, as soon as it rains one good hard time, then it washes out the whole driveway.
Yes.
Is this the house right here at the top, or is that a shed? I'm trying to think. If I think that's a shed, it might be the house. So I know the yard barn wasn't there.
What was the date on this one?
It's 2015. This is I went back on her Facebook and was looking. And I just happened upon these, and I saw where she had made sure there was a picture of down at the bottom on that last one here of one. This one's also supposed to be March 4th, but 2 different times clearly because there's snow in one and the other. But that's probably the times that she put them together and post them. There's the bucket down here at the bottom. Made sure to get us the picture of the size 125. And here's the tires on this side over here, if you can see them. I don't know if those are the ones now that sit across the road over there where Dobbs was supposed to have parked at.
Right.
I don't know.
I think it's important for everybody to remember that Ronnie's Lawson said that the scream was unfounded.
Yeah.
No, listen, just doing meh, is that how you said? She said no, there is a company around here called Asplund, ASPLUNDH.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, Asplund is how
you got it. If you didn't get it right, you probably got it closer to the spelling than I would have gotten.
Yeah, I think
ASPLUNDH.
Yeah,
I think
that's how they spell that. The company here I'm talking about. And then I've got pictures of the tree companies. There's Wolf Tree, and then there's Davies. And then I'm sure there was even smaller ones that were subcontracting off that. What did you send me back here? What is that?
That is the June 12th Facebook video of Jody Sue Brown talking about her tattoo that she had to
Oh,
rush to get that costed $1,000, and she had to rush to get it because her tattoo guy was going to jail.
I remember her talking about
Now,
that. Okay, now
JLR today put out a clip where he alleges that her tattoo artist, I can't remember the name already. I found his page. I'll get his, and you can like just play the volume or play the sound on it maybe.
all right. Yeah, you want me to hold on a second? I was going to show something because I have one track mine. Let me show this real quick, and then I'll do that. I got it. I had it pulled up. I
And
just wanted to
I've got JLRs, so I'll go ahead and drop out. You go ahead and do what you're doing, but I'm just putting these here for later.
show this so that people are familiar with where Dobbs was parked at. I have it a good picture of it right. What is that? Oh, there's that video.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on a second. I know that I have it. There's that screenshot from somebody up there. I don't even know if that's at the Wells. Here's where Dobbs parked at. There it is. Hold on a second. All right. Let me pause this real quick. Just to give y'all a visual. Not I'm mistaking the words because other people do it too now. Here's a good visual of what I was talking about, so you can see where Dobbs was parked at. Now I have a video that is out there that y'all can see where I showed every location of where her son was allegedly seen on the property, all the way down to where her driveway is, all that. So stop screen, share this screen.
Excuse
Okay,
me.
here it is. Here you go. Can y'all see that? Let me change where we were at. Get out. Okay. All right. This is where Dobbs was supposed to be. This right here is where Dobbs parked to go over here. There's her driveway, and there's all the no trespass.
The 85 no trespass.
Little trees. He was well enough to carry a chainsaw up into this brush. For people that say he can't carry weight, he was able to get a chainsaw up in there. Now, mind you, I recorded this back when I was looking in. This is the first time we ever went up to the Wells property. September the 4th is the date we were up there, and this when I filmed this. I was looking in to Dobbs property, and then Jody Sue's right over here. And walk that hill. I think his property, this isn't his property. His property is farther on over, and we'll look at that. His property is farther down over to the left. Okay, so there's that. Let me remove that for everybody. Now, what did you want me to pull up this right here?
If you want to,
which one?
I don't know if you want to. Well, the first one, let me go back and look. The first one is, I believe, the video of Jody Sue talking about getting her tattoo, and the date on that is June the 12th, 2021, 3 days before Summer went missing.
Okay, so let me see if I just. Oh gosh, no.
I don't know if she will try to copyright claim you or not. So if you want to just play the volume, and I will drop the link into the comments if people want to go check it out.
What timestamp? Or do you know?
It's right at the beginning, I
Okay.
believe, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you might have to mute so they'll hear it, so you can hear this. Okay, here's this.
So, hey everybody. Long time no here, other than bullshit memes and garbage bitching for me. But, it's 2 in the morning. I just got out of tattoo shit, which I had not planned on.
Hold on,
I'm not
Sylvia
even
Smith.
lying. I woke up.
I make sure everything that I say before I say anything is this is what we heard. And if it's fact, I'll say this is a fact. Or if it's rumor, this is a rumor. It is speculation, but we were were told that they had to go get permission from Polly to go search.
And then it took a couple of days.
Took a couple of days to go. That's what we heard.
We heard.
Now,
so we do not know if that is true.
But that was a rumor down that there was people. So before we heard who it was, there was people that were not giving permission for their properties to be searched. And this is what we heard moving farther in was that
it was
actually Jody Sue, and they had to go get permission from Polly. Now, was that property the one on Fields Road or 125? I don't know. That's just what was said. So that's when I add that before we move forward, I'm going to continue to play this now.
Up at 6 o'clock this evening, 6:30, when Andy losing his shit because apparently my tattoo guy, he's going to jail for a minute, and that's fine. I don't care. We expected this, no big deal. It happens to coincide, and I'm one of those signs of worse signs, even though I'm not about God, the universe, whatever the fuck, but sometimes things just happen. It wasn't unexpected, but it would have been another 90 days, and, I've paid over $1,000 for this piece that is still not finished, and it's not supposed to be yet. Eventually it'll be a whole sleeve and goes down to my back piece and my thigh and leg, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, this piece from my grandfather is important though, so I've been working on it in small steps to make sure the color and everything's precise and little tiny minute details and coloring. But I got the call, he got the call today and was like, holy shit, you've got to go in. So I went in for, I walked down my fucking night getting y'all barfing my ass off because the radiation has not been kind.
Is that it, Squall?
Or a whole motherfucking fiasco there, let me tell you. But,
hold on.
Not been kind.
She said that her tattoo artist was going to jail yet?
Yeah, she said that already. And she said about the tattoo going down.
Right.
And somebody asked earlier on about a name that was supposed to be in it.
Well, what happened is JLR, I don't know if he paid her for an interview or just had an interview with her. It doesn't really matter about whether she got paid for it or not. But the next link that I dropped is JLR's video today where he is speaking about having an interview with Jody Sue Brown. And she told them she allegedly told them the name of her tattoo artist. And he is telling us we can make up our own minds, but he's given us the information he found out about the tattoo artist.
If I read this comment right from the chat, so where's Candace? She's gone very quiet. Do any of you think she has left all the talking to Jody Sue that they all know so that they know what happened to Summer? No, I don't, because Candace thought the world had nothing but good things to say about Jody Sue. Jody Sue first did come out saying that the parents didn't have anything to do with his Summer was well taken care of, and then went into this just huge detail of things that you would not forget. You would not first come out and say, oh, they were great parents, they didn't have nothing to do with it, and then have these big huge stories like she's came out with. Like this is something that just slipped your mind, obviously, and she's had it.
The day that I dropped her pre-June 15th videos that I took from her Facebook, the day that I dropped them on my throwaway channel is the day that Jody Sue turned on a dime on the Wells.
Yeah.
The exact same day she just turned on a dime.
Everything has been very calculated with her coming out with the stuff about like the Peeping Tom and stuff came out right before Dr. Phil. She asked about that October 16th and then didn't talk about it till November 10th. What's up, Scotty?
What's going on?
Scott.
All right.
Oh, let me turn my speaker off in case it's is there an echo? Do I have an echo or no?
Yeah, you're good, Dale. Well, there, I can still hear it a little bit.
Yeah, let me switch.
I don't know the tattoo artist's name, by the way. No, I don't. Oh, there's somebody who said it.
JL, if you want to play JLR's sound on his video, he gives us the information.
Bradley Eugene Hayes is the tattoo guys, and that's what Hatter's Lighthouse is. But I don't know if that should. I mean, I guess he owns a business. You can talk about it if he has a tattoo business. I guess that's okay.
Well, does he have a business?
Does he have a business, or does he just do tattoos out of his house? I don't know.
I do not know.
Maybe that's it. So did JLR confirm that? Or what? Is that what you're saying?
He said that I believe if I'm not mistaken in the video, he said that while he interviewed Jody Sue, that the name of her tattoo artist came out and they researched and found some information on him.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that too. What's up, Scott? What have you been into, man? What are you gonna add?
I don't know. You guys told me to come up here. Your chat wanted me to come up here.
All right, bye, man. Later. No, just playing.
I backed way off because the shit's getting crazy, man.
That's why I took a break for a week.
I'm been like 2 or 3 weeks. I can't deal with all of it, man.
Yeah, it's insane for sure. What were you? There was something. Did you have recorded? What were they talking about? Did you?
Oh, I got like 35 hours of stuff I haven't even shown.
Right.
But everybody's wanting me to do this red truck, but I think I'm going to I don't know. I can show you guys a red truck. Well, I was going to show, I got a video. Okay, so the video I got right there for you guys to share was mid-April.
Okay.
And it's just so, let me blow it up here so I can see it.
Here, I can make it completely full screen too.
All right, this is on Simpson Lane, facing toward Ben Hill at the stop sign. So if you turn left, you go toward Beach Creek,
right?
And 125 and 110. If you turn right, you go to the back, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just let it play. And it's probably jumpy on yours a little bit, but this is like 4K that I took this in. I walked it too. I have video of walking, but this is toward Jody Sue's driveway. Is going to be on the right. And I get out of the car. But look at how steep it is on the left and how sharp up it is on the right. It's crazy.
That's what I was trying to explain to people from where that campsite was, dude. It's straight up and down up there.
And that asphalt's only 8 foot wide. So there's Jody Sue's on the right, and there's the wells on the left.
Yep.
So I'm about to get out the car, and there's a shoe in the road, so nobody freak out because it's not Summers.
Yeah, there's shoes.
It's a random
all
shoe.
over the place, man. I know.
So there's the
Good.
Here. Let me hold on. Let me play it and see if I can stop it at just the right spot. So that's Jody Sue's driveway.
Looking better
what would
than
it be?
2015.
That's 6 weeks ago.
Right.
About.
That video I took was September, so that one I showed of where Dobbs Park. So, and this is actually good that you showed this because this is from when the foliage is thick when we showed it to when it's not.
Hold on, I gotta address.
Well, that's the main reason why I went when I did, is because I wanted to take video of right before the foliage came. So if you look at my videos, you can see through.
Mm-hmm.
Where now you're not seeing nothing.
Allie, go ahead.
Right?
So
Hold on 1 second, Scott.
somebody in the chat, this is off topic, but somebody, I can't say her name, I would butcher it, but they said, did you all see the video the other day where he said he was talking to Mary, and Mary said Sonia was on Ben Hill a few days before Summer went missing? Just from what Sonia told us, she has never met Summer. She has not been to Tennessee.
That's what I thought too.
That's what she told us.
Doesn't mean that we don't know.
I'm just saying what she told us. So
Yeah.
if she was there a few days before, then that would be news to us.
Yeah.
So, okay. Sorry.
Go
I just
ahead.
had to get that in there.
But yeah, you can see the water where the water comes right down
Yeah.
the center of it, just like the Wells driveway.
Yeah. Where it runs.
And this
off.
it rained. I was there, what, a week? And it rained like 4 out of the days I was there. This happened to be a good day.
Right.
Somebody in chat says, why does Ellie say the scream is unfounded? Because only one person heard it.
Well,
If
he claims 3 people did, but then they came out right behind it and said unfounded, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to have corroborating evidence to make it.
Well, I don't know that because she claims that 3 people, that her son, and her daughter heard it. And then he follows up in the same exact interview with them talking about it and says unfounded, which I'm glad it's brought that up, because that's just a nice way of saying not true, because no foundation or basis in fact. So they kept.
Well, it doesn't mean it's not true. They just don't have any corroborating evidence to make it true.
Well, that's what I'm
Right.
saying. I have no foundation or
Yeah.
basis in fact whatsoever to back it up on.
If a different neighbor would have heard it, then it would have been founded, right? So yeah.
How can they say that that's why I had that question too for the longest time before I started looking into this. And maybe that now that we know what we know, maybe that's why he said it's unfounded, but she said all 3 of them reported hearing it, and her son went out to investigate it.
And maybe it has to do with the way that it's changed so many times. She said at first it was Summers, and then it moved on to everything that it became later.
And best believe they've listened to all those different things that've been said about it.
Her daughter, she said that her daughter said that the scream kind of went muffled, and then shortly, just a few seconds after it went muffled, a car drove off.
And that's where Don got his story with that news out of Knoxville saying that it was muffled, and said that's where all that came from, I believe.
Yes, everything that Don has said that people have questioned, like, what the heck? It all came from Jody Sue, because at that time, Jody Sue was calling them every day, telling them they got it wrong, and this is what happened, and that's what happened.
North Carolina connection to the
And
world.
I've been trying to tell people that in the beginning, but I got attacked. But that's okay. I forgive everybody that attacked me, because it's about Summer.
Now is this the building they were staying in right here, or were they in one further back?
That was in 2015, that building too, right there that you're pointing at, because that one is obviously one that's been there for a while, because it wasn't till they didn't put the yard barn out there till when was it, 2000?
They said it was whenever she started her radiation treatments for her to stay, right?
Yeah. So that wasn't even put, that would have been farther on back there, that yard barn thing. And Real Rock and Robin, I don't know. Sonia's from Utah.
Yeah, she's from Utah.
So this wasn't where they were staying. They were staying further back.
Yeah. And we assume, and from the aerial, it doesn't look like you can even see that. There's three buildings up there. Maybe one of those is the top of that yard barn. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I know about that. I was gonna say something about Sonia. It's her asking about North Carolina. So she went into detail. She actually, when they were in Utah, when Don was in Utah before he came back, there's that area that Dobbs parked at that I showed. But
so who owns that? Because that's across the street.
That shoe right there.
No,
right there, that turnaround right there. I have to go back on the parcel thing to see who owns that, because Jody Sue don't own that.
No,
The
that wouldn't be.
dogs carried, whenever I was up there, the dogs carry everything around. They
Oh,
stole
yeah.
my water cup and took off, and I had to chase the dog through the yard. And
Sage
No,
Sleuth
the
said,
Wells. I don't think the Wells own that either. That's the property from where Sherfy's girlfriend lives, because it comes all the way to the road here, don't it?
Mary Sexton, or where all them cars were parked at, all them uh, uh, junk cars, maybe that might be theirs. I don't know.
I think it
Um,
is if we go to properties, because Jody Sue don't own it, and neither does the Wells. This
Yeah.
where this pull off right here.
And somebody took it upon themselves to go put tires in the middle of. When I was there, you saw where the tires were. They had them
Yeah.
right there where nobody could pull in there. Somebody since moved that.
It's graveled like they. I mean, that's where you use it to pull because the road's narrow, right? So that's a spot to pull over to let people pass.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's very, very narrow there for sure. I was saying about Sonia in Utah, though. She told us when Don was down there before he came back in October of 2020 that she pretty much was taking care of Josie while he was down there
While he was working
and help him with his schoolwork and stuff like that. And she actually there's a whole interview we did up with
it's not an interview. It was just we did a live where we talked about
and
what
had
she told
permission to
us,
talk
yeah.
about what she told us. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, man.
So from Jody Sue's driveway to the Wells driveway is 15 of my paces. I counted when I walked right here. So it's
Yeah.
not real far at all.
From what
But
I've been told, go ahead.
The mailboxes aren't next to each other, so the whole
No.
checking the mail thing's wrong, right?
Yeah, on the complete different side of the road, and he supposedly came out of the woods. Allegedly, her son allegedly came down out of the woods down when you go back to when you were looking straight down Ben Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show
Now,
you.
right there,
Is it-
right through here is a trail. And it goes right around the back of the hill, right to where those junk cars are.
Yep. That's where we were talking on that one live that one night. That's cuts down at the bottom, driving back around to
Oh, yeah, we
to
did.
that area. I think that's Craig. I think we talked about it. But yeah, if you go back a little bit, I'll show you where he came out of the woods, allegedly, from what I know, from what I was told. If you look straight down Ben Hill.
Your chat's asking if I got this on my when I was live down there, if you go way back, the first ones don't even get no views because I don't even have thumbnails. It looks like I'm drawing the first two. But I went live while I was down there, so there's some lives. But then I did I don't know if you guys watched the Quest for Summer Wells. I did like 8 of them, 9 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys watched those?
I've seen a few of them, yeah.
There's really no narration in them. It's more just showing the whole area, but I show a lot.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot. Like I need to put. I walked Ben Hill, and I like looked everywhere on both sides of the road, and I haven't even put that up.
Right. Let's see here. I'm gonna add something here at the bottom. Yeah, but so her son allegedly come out of the woods down there at the bottom part near the creek area would be. That's where I was gonna point out. If you look down Ben Hill, that's where. So that's far away from the driveway. That's why I wanted to put that.
Oh, you want to see the creek? You mean where it comes out?
If you
I know what
just
you're
go
talking
back
about.
to where you're looking straight down Ben Hill, you can see exactly where it's past the Wells driveway. Oh, there's.
I walk.
Was that a
I walk
picture of
it.
the red truck? That you
Yeah,
showed?
can you,
Okay, that right. Okay.
where I don't know where it's, you saw it at, but I can pull it up after.
Yeah, right there behind it. But
There goes Fred.
yeah. Yeah, don't dox your tags. Be careful.
Yeah, I know. Well, that was a rental anyway. That was a
Okay.
rental, a local. We were pretty careful when we went there. That's Homie D. I don't know if you ever heard of him, Homie D, man.
Yeah.
I was with him that day. I think I walk out here. I do.
Yeah, he
So
right
you
down
guys-
here is where he supposedly came out. Of the woods.
So that big tree right there, just past that big tree, is the bus trail, I call it.
Yeah. Or what, the dog trail where Don said come down the backside. That's where I came out on the road when I followed that dog trail from where he said the scent came from. Then there was another person that said that came out claiming to be a dog handler, said that it came out that they followed. Now I haven't been able to back that up. I just remember them saying on Jay's for Justice and Natasha Cooper, they said that they followed the scent down the driveway from where that bus sits down the driveway till the end of the gravel.
Dave Radar said right out of his, I watched him, he said it came down the driveway. It didn't come down no trail.
Good. So see that right there.
That's what he said. So her scent came down the driveway.
Right. And he said, so Don said that he had overheard, and now that just makes you wonder where he overheard that from. And they come from Jody Sue standing at the bottom of the road for 3 days. Fred Hill said that they were down there at that road for 3 days, nonstop, listening to everything that was being said. There's a good picture of where the trail comes out, that dog trail. You can see the trail right there.
Now you can come down it. People can come down that, but I can't see the kids running up it though. Up it'd be harder.
I ran down it with a bag of dog food, and that thing, dude, like it's a lot rougher than what people.
Right here, you're talking about.
Yeah, that's where it flooded. I have that video of it flooded. That flooded, and I think I showed it on the live that Candace came up on. I don't know, the one and only she ever came on our channel. She showed this part of the creek right there flooded. Now you don't see any dirty syringes or nothing in there.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
All the creeks around there have like a ledge rock bottom. They're rock bottom. So they're not muddy or nothing. They're clear.
Yeah, I thought that was creepy. She said that's
there goes the dog crate. Remember Don said people drop off random dogs? There goes a dog crate right there.
Yeah.
But there's another trail up here at the end. I don't know if I showed you that. It goes along. You walk up here and then just past the dead end road sign. And if you go in the trail, it goes down and runs. It runs between the creek and the where the hill goes up to Beach Creek Road.
Why is that doing that? It's supposed to be a ticker, and it's not being a ticker. It's doing.
See, if somebody went and took a video now, this foliage is coming right out over the road. Like it makes the road really narrow compared to when I'm here.
When was it that you went? I think
this was April. This was probably April 13th.
Okay.
I got something else. I got something else to talk to you guys about too, because it's a good idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, let me speed up to where that other trail is. Oh, it's only less than 2 minutes.
But without all the foliage and everything, you can see what it looks like kind of behind everything and how thick it is by looking at all of the dead stuff.
Yeah,
right.
And I want to point out, Don and Candace kept saying, that they felt sorry for the searchers out there and looking. They pretty much know what their 5-year-old daughter is capable of and isn't capable of. And people, hounded Don and Candace for that. And I feel like they kind of knew that Summer was not capable of getting out in that barefoot. And, I felt like nobody was listening to them when they did say, we feel like she was abducted, like somebody came up here and got her. I feel like, people dismissed that too easily.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And I feel like this whole time, nobody has listened to them.
That's a good point.
That's the reason I went up there and filmed what we did, because I wanted to show that it was possible.
Yeah.
Right here. You see that trail?
Yep. Right there.
Yep. It goes up. I didn't film it this day. I filmed it another day, but it goes up and it goes over that little knoll and it follows the creek.
That would be where Blue Roof Dawn and them probably followed that way. I guarantee it. And Arietti,
To
that's a
get over
very
to
good point. She
that
says
goes
both.
to the shed. That goes to the shed. That
Yeah,
trail does.
the one down on Beach Creek. That's where
Yeah.
that's where Blue Roof Dawn was supposed to be with the boys down below that, on farther
Well,
below that shed on
well,
the creek.
I guarantee that's the way they went.
Yeah, that's what exactly. And
And
Arietti,
it
you're
was a Blue Roof Dawn. It was not Jody Sue.
it was not. Yeah, Jody Sue
Jody
tried to
Sue.
make it out like it was her down there with the boys, and it was
It
not.
was Blue Roof Dawn.
And
Oh, it was Dawn that Don saw. It was Blue Roof Dawn that Don Wells saw when he was
Yeah.
doing his drive through.
Yeah.
Okay, because Jody Sue said that she saw Don when he pulled down there.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
it
that's
was
not.
Blue Roof Dawn.
Yeah, that was Blue Roof Dawn. That was down there. Not, and I saw her try to make that into that was her down there. Arietti said, she said both Don and Dave Rader heard the info secondhand. Dave Rader didn't get there till the fourth day. That was the 19th. He came in at 12 to 1 a.m. on the 19th, morning of the 19th of June. And that's when he heard about the footprints, all that there was a lead, that they thought that they were going to find her then very soon, and they didn't come up with anything. That's when the helicopters were put out and everything. So that's right. That's true. That's when he first came into town. Yeah, go ahead. What were you going to say? Bring up, Scott?
Oh, well, everybody's talking about this reward money and like, can it go somewhere else? And it can't, right?
Right.
So my idea is, and I don't know about banking stuff and how to do it, so it'd have to be somebody that's like a trust person, a trust company. I think that we should start a trust for Summer and all three of her brothers. And I think that it should be split evenly between all of them at the age of 18 or 25 or whatever. And then if Summer's never found by the time they're of age, then her portion would be split amongst all three also.
I think that's a great
That's a good idea.
For college, or when they get married and want to buy a house, or if they have kids. And nobody's thinking about that. Who cares about the reward fund, right? Because if it's never used for her, it goes to whatever I don't know what the name of it is, for to support other.
Yeah, the other missing or children cases.
Yeah.
Oh, what did it go to Mossheim, Tennessee? What's that place in Mossheim? They said I can't. I have to.
But there's enough of us here, like all these thousands of people that are in chat and that watch this and that are a part of Summer's case, or that, like me, Summer stole my heart. I'm not even a true crime guy. I'm an artist, right? Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So even, there's thousands of us. So I mean, there's if out of 100,000 subs, not even subs, out of 100,000 viewers, if everybody put in $1, that'd be $100,000 in that trust.
It's true.
That's what I'm saying? It would be mega money, right? And it would be because her brothers. I mean, look at their situation.
Yeah.
Everybody always, there's all this bickering between all these creators, and
stupid.
Yeah, it's like, look at the three boys.
Yep.
They don't have neither one of their parents. They're in a strange place.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Their whole life is upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their whole life has been turned upside down. And so, what support do they have? So that's where we need to step up as people that are,
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, somebody said that you need to get a lawyer to go over a trust. That would be good for people to just do a random, find a lawyer out of Tennessee that will cover.
Don wouldn't. Hunted Coyote said Don would end up getting the money for drugs. No, they wouldn't.
No.
Neither one of the parents would. If it was in a trust account for the boys,
Yes,
the parents don't have nothing to do with it.
They can't touch it till they're old,
No.
till legal age. There's no stipulations. Like they tried this once before, where there's stipulations that they couldn't do it. The boys couldn't have it if they had anything to do with their parents and all that. That's ridiculous. Let them make their decisions as they become adults, and let them have their money to do what they need to do with it for their life.
And I know a lot of trust accounts, you have to wait till you're 25. I don't know if you guys are familiar with inheriting money and stuff, but a lot of them, make the person wait till they're 25 because
Yeah.
they're more mature, right? An 18-year-old goes haywire with money, where a
No,
25-year-old is more, you know.
Chroma Mom, nobody's talking about a fundraiser for that. Just opening it up for this to be an alternative route for some. If it's there, it's there. Nobody's in charge of it. Nobody has able.
No,
It's
it's through
open
a
and
trust
safe.
account, and then when we share it, the money doesn't go to us. You're linked directly. If you donate, it goes directly into the trust. There's no middleman, right? So
Yeah.
nobody can accuse creators of taking money and not putting it where it's supposed to go, because the link, when you hit the link, it would go directly. It would go directly to the trust.
It needs to be well thought out, well built, well put together before. And this is just talk.
Right.
This is hypothesis. People just a educated guess of something that could happen to do something good, because we've seen how other things and people have done in the past with things, and it's not right. Me and my wife got caught in the middle of one of those very early on, thinking we were trying to do something good, and somebody had bad intentions. We that's
But a trust company would be to a person to do it, and there's a lot of them. Like, they're in my town. I just don't know how to go
you
about.
set it up out of state, out of Tennessee, to a lawyer that something that would be more or less of maybe not linked to that area of Tennessee, because a lot of people don't trust Tennessee.
I think it could be anywhere. I don't think it matters where it is, right? I really don't. But it's got to be whoever sets it up. Like, when you go to the trust company, they've got to be able to get access to the boys' information, obviously, right? Their socials, their birthdays, their full names, all this stuff. So
something only they could do. Yeah.
Right. So we have to I don't know how to go about it, but it's just my idea.
That's a good. I mean, it's a good blueprint idea. It is. It's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Something for
the
them.
and Summer too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not giving up hope on her either, because there's the possibility anything could happen. You've seen, what was the case we were talking about the other day? We watched the documentary.
It's not. Stargazer says, seriously,
Elizabeth
fundraiser.
Smart.
No, it's not a fundraiser, Stargazer. It'd be a trust for the kids.
Nobody's
and it would be
talking
through
about.
it would be through a trust company. It would have nothing to do with
and nobody's even talking about this being fact. He's just bringing up a good idea, trying to help.
It's just an idea. Yeah, it's something I thought about.
Yeah, that's not. It's not a fundraiser. Nobody's doing no fundraiser. Nobody's doing that. It's not going to be linked to any creator. It would be something that, if people wanted to get involved with, they could.
No, it would have to be set up directly with a bank.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the trust company would.
Right.
Yep. I know there's companies because my mom has that, right? She's got a trust, and then you have a person in charge of the trust, a third party, and then the banks are attached to the trust.
I had one when I was hit by a tandem coal truck when I was 14 years old, and they set mine up the way my parents set mine up was till I was 28. I couldn't touch it till I was 28. There is ways they can go through, like those JG Wentworth companies and stuff, but they take a huge percentage of it. But that's neither here nor there. That's something my dumbass did. But that
talk about 18-year-olds.
Yeah, talking about 18-year-old. Yeah, I was like, I kept hearing, "It's my money, I want it now," and I was like, "It's my money, I want it now." But it's neither here nor there. It's just trying to do something that would be good for them, and whoever wanted to jump on board with it, they could. And somebody, Kenny Knacker, said, unfortunately, CPS won't give you their details. They don't have to give it to us. I don't want their details. I don't need to know them. But a lawyer could go about that. Maybe trying to set something up for them and for Summer. That's what's talked about, and that was just an idea. Nothing's set in stone. That was just a discussion. That's a good idea. I felt like.
I do too.
Mm-hmm. And the trust company could obtain the information. We don't have to.
That's right. Don't need it. Don't want it.
They would. Right.
Exactly.
And then the donation thing, where you donate money into the trust, would be directly linked to the bank. So it goes directly in, and nobody can get their hands on anything. You know what I mean? It goes directly to it. I know isn't there somebody else did one where it went directly to some charity or something, and when you I don't know. I don't
You
even
can
know who
set,
did it.
YouTube gives you an ability once you they unlock it, something with your creator studios where you can have a fundraiser set up that you want for your channel, anything.
And the link goes directly to whatever cause you're doing, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, you have
The
nothing.
creator
Yeah.
has no hand in it whatsoever. It goes directly.
Yeah. So that's
whatever.
how it would be, and from now until forever, people could put money in the trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a one-time thing. A year from now, 5 years from now, whenever, and it would be. I just think it'd be really cool because the boys deserve it, and so does Summer.
Soul Shaker, why hasn't Jody's son been questioned? From what we've heard, now this is what we've heard. He has been and was questioned up to very recently, just a few months or a few weeks ago. So that's one thing that has
Jody
been
Sue
said.
has even alluded to that herself, that she has had more interviews with FBI than anyone else.
Yeah. Did you want to
So
cover?
if any of y'all are attorneys or know people, and you get one set up, just make sure you plug me for the idea, right?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't care.
Jessica Lynch says, "Cam, we never talk about money here. I don't even want to be involved with it. I just saying it's a good idea. I have learned my lesson. I hate money. Hate it, hate it, hate it. It's so stupid. It gets people in trouble.
There might be money going through anybody though. That's the whole
No,
thing.
exactly what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. It would go straight.
Yeah.
You go to a link, and it would go to, and you do your research on what you're given. That's the main thing people need to do. Make sure you do your research. Read the fine print. Read everything. If there's information about, make sure you know what you're giving your money to.
Okay, let's talk about this truck while I'm up
it's
here.
a good deal.
Have I went through the truck story with you guys or no?
Yes.
Yeah, you talked about what happened, but you just said what?
How from all the way from the dollar store and how he.
Right, I was going to say there's probably a lot of people in chat that don't know, so you can go over it again just for those people.
Yeah, there's
okay, well, let's talk about
in here right now.
Okay, let's talk about the picture first. The on the flyer. So we don't have any confirmation that the picture that was on the flyer that Robin was Xing out is the actual truck, correct?
Right.
Correct.
Okay, so that could be just like a what do you want to call it?
Red herring.
Like a standard photo of a maroon Tacoma. Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Now,
yeah.
do we know for sure? Did TBI or Alli say that it had a ladder rack and white buckets, or was that okay? My question is about
removed. They're easily removed.
Okay, my question is if they don't have video, somebody's got like some. It sounds like I don't know what it sounds like.
I think
crickets.
It's small.
A dash cam, maybe. Oh,
is that what it is? I thought I was like being drugged through pebbles or something. Here for
I'm sorry.
I thought you.
I'm putting extra cheese on a pizza.
A standard picture, stock photo. There you go. People got it in chat. No, I thought you like tied me from a rope to your tailpipe and was going 60 down a dirt road or something. Okay, so a stock photo. Okay, so my question is if the vehicle on the flyer is a stock photo, how does the stock photo match the description to what Alli or TBI said to a T? This is what I want to know.
They didn't say that it was a match to a T. They said that is the closest resemblance that they got in description.
Okay, but how did they ever find the right body style, right color Tacoma with a ladder rack with white buckets in the back to take a picture of?
Thank you, Texas.
For the stock photo. That's my question.
That's a good question.
Good question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't a movie set. Like, they don't like buy a truck and a ladder rack and buckets and put it all together and make a photo. They just take a photo of a vehicle.
Did they Photoshop
you know what I'm saying?
it?
It doesn't look Photoshopped, but
or maybe they had one that was cleared to be the one that was in Beach Creek, and they threw some white buckets in the back to make it look that way.
Maybe.
No,
And
that's
there was
strange.
that
Just
one that was in
to
the
make it look as
Kingsport
close
Police
in.
Department stuff.
Hey, there was also a truck that was taken. Somebody took a picture of in the Kingsport Police Department parking lot early on. That had a ladder rack white
And
bucket.
buckets.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, because
I've got that
dude's truck,
picture.
there was a truck that came out way back at the beginning that was a miner's, and there was a picture taken of it when he was in a parking lot or somewhere. Do you remember that?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And it had a ladder rack on it.
Which
It
one?
was exactly the right truck, but it wasn't the truck.
Oh yeah, the Ethan kid.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was told who allegedly came out with that, and the person that came out with that, I think, has later since said that it was Jody Sue that gave the information.
Well, I
on
see.
that
I got
list.
crap for that because I said, "Whoa, let's be easy on this boy." Because I looked into it. I was like, "There is no way that he has anything. He's a 16-year-old kid." Or
Okay.
17, yeah, it was not. Yeah,
Well,
go
the
ahead.
truck that I had a run in with didn't look like that. It didn't have a ladder rack and it didn't have buckets, but it was the right color. It's the right body style, but it's different.
They can always take the ladder rack out off and take the buckets out.
Yeah, it unclips
Okay.
like it goes in the little holes in the
Right.
crankhead head. Just pull it straight out.
And if there's no actual photo of the truck, then they don't know exactly what the truck looks like, even if it had a ladder rack.
Correct.
Okay, so I'll tell the story. So I'm doing a video, like the timeline, and I was going from the dollar store where Candace buys the pizzas to back to Ben Hill Road, right? And I'm filming the whole thing, and I'm doing it with a broken S10, Samsung S10, and I have it bungeed to my rearview mirror. And I turn right onto 347. Yeah, these
I do it too,
these
man. Don't feel bad. Do the same.
these videos that I'm showing you are from that phone. It takes like incredible video. Yeah. Okay, so I turn right onto 347 and I'm going, and there's another truck in front of me and it's going slow. This is for everybody who hasn't heard this story, by the way. I'm going slow. Well, I'm going behind this. There's a truck in front of me, so I'm going slower because he's in front of me. And I'm not even a local. And I'm like, hurry up, dude. I can go faster than you, right? So finally, he turns off the road. And so it's just me and clear 2-lane 347 Lone Star Road headed toward Ben Hill Road. Well, I'm going along at the speed limit, and all of a sudden, I notice a grill in my rearview mirror. And it's right on me. So I speed up. And you got to remember, it's like what? What is it? Between the dollar store and Solomon's Temple is about what? 2.5 miles? Roundabout?
Pretty good. I'd say it's a little longer than that because it takes a minute to get. It's a pretty big gap. That's a long ways that he would have followed you down them curvy roads. That close.
We'll have to check because I know it's what. I think it's 2.5, and then I think it's another 2.5 miles or 2 from Solomon's to Ben Hill. I think it's about 5 miles, maybe. It seemed like forever. It seems like forever. Okay, so I'm going down 347, right? I'm headed towards Solomon's Temple. Then you got to go around the corner of Solomon's Temple, and then you go to Ben Hill. So this truck's on my rear end, right? So I speed up. 347 is double yellow the whole way. He's got a map up. There goes your Dollar General. Is that the right one?
Here, I got it right here. I'll find it for you. That's not the right town. No, that's not the right town. That's
He's in you're in Alabama or somewhere right there.
I was in Virginia.
Oh, Virginia. Okay.
I got you. Hold on.
I could have. Well, I can tell you where to point. Probably, I should have probably brought up the map because then I can do the arrow along where he followed me at. But
I was actually thinking about y'all in my live because I was talking about a school over there in Virginia that blows off cannons. And
Do what?
Just thinking about what?
I was thinking about y'all whenever I had my last live because I was talking about tannerite, and then we was talking about big booms and how country folk do it. And there's a school in Virginia that blows a cannon every time their football team gets a touchdown. And I thought
there's Solomon.
you all
Yeah, I
Wondering what
just
school
put a
it was. I
marker
can't
on some.
remember.
Okay, Lone Star Road's at your top. Yep, there you go. Blair's Gap Church. Yep, keep going. There's
So
347.
you're
You'll follow it all
from,
the way till the end of it, which is right there.
let's see where that dollar store is. There's Sarah Truck, and that goes up to Reservoir Road. That's a different part. We need to come out to
Right there.
right there. It is.
Right
There it is.
at the bottom of your screen, Dollar General, right there.
Yeah.
So I
So
come out
I'll
of
just
Dollar
go ahead and
General, make the
let me
blue
go
on the
ahead and
map.
do this. Yeah, I can. I'm going to put the address in here, and I'm going to put it to where. So from there to Solomon's Temple.
I got all
So
this
there.
on video the whole way from me pulling out of Dollar General the whole way. I got on video.
Let's see here. You got to go from here to. There should be a way. Let me.
From Dollar General to Solomon's Temple is 5.7 miles.
Yeah, there 5.7 miles.
5.7. Okay.
Okay, I'm still just gonna put it so y'all have a visual of it there. There's
With the
Dollar
blue line.
General. Yeah, I can switch these around here, so like this, and then do it to Solomon's Temple. There it is.
And this truck's never been, I mean, people come back to it every once in a while, but I think that it's very important because it hasn't been cleared.
10-minute trip. So yeah, there it is. That's how far they followed you.
Okay, zoom in a little bit on it. Yep, that's how far they follow me. Okay. So I come, move it over so you can see the Dollar General. And Solomon's Temple is right where Reservoir Road comes out, right? Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going down 347. I turn right onto, yep, I'm going right there. Truck turns off in front of me. I'm clear by myself. I notice the grill in my rearview mirror. I speed up. This is all double yellow. Okay, stop for a second.
Okay.
So we get to about here, and I sped up. So now I'm going like 65 or 70. Okay, then keep going. And then you get to Solomon's Temple, which is,
You want me to go
that's
ahead
right
and-
where, right
Yeah,
where,
we're gonna,
right where that
It's going
curve
down
is.
here.
is
Solomon's is right down here, all the way down to there. So I mean, you were going fast down through here. Those are some kiss your butt curves.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I was going fast all the way through there, like ripping. This guy starts rubbing my bumper. Okay, so right when I get to Solomon's Temple, I was hoping he turned on Old Blair's Gap, and then when I got to Solomon's Temple, I was hoping he was going to go on Blair's Gap toward
Here's Old
Church
Blair,
Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I
He was
come around the
hoping he'd
front of
go
the church
straight.
right there, I was hoping he was going to go straight. So I turn left. He turns left behind me. So when I turn left, I says, I'm going to slow down now. So I slowed down and I'm going like 20, right?
Right in here.
I get, yeah, see that Leary Road or whatever it is right there? On the right,
Right here. Or
No, that's a driveway. Go more.
there's Light Hollow there on the left.
Yeah, right across the street.
Okay.
Right, that road
Light
right there. I'm sure that's it. I'll have to look on my video, but I think that's it. I pulled off parallel because the guy would not pass.
Huh.
He would like, I mean, he started swerving back and forth like left to right, literally rubbing my bumper. Like I was freaking out, so I pulled off. So as soon as I pulled off,
Try to get you a street view of all that right there.
I can go to the video.
I mean, right here is like right up here. I'll show you where Light Hollow pulls off to, and then it'll be. Well, I'm past it. Light Hollow's back there, so
It was the first
Right.
road past Solomon's Temple.
yeah, I got you right here. I'm right.
I could
almost there.
have played the video and been talking while the video
There
was
you go.
playing, I guess, but
Here's Light Hollow Road, and let me see if yeah, that's Light Cemetery. So that's the road that would be on the right side, hand side, right there.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Yeah.
I can't say for sure. I'd have to look at my
We'll
video.
go
But
down here and turn around.
it was the first. It was the first road. Okay, so I pull off and I pull parallel with Beach Creek. And in other words, instead of pulling into the road, I just pull off like onto the shoulder, right? Because there's no shoulder to pull off really on the road. So right there, yep. So I pull off, and I'm before I pull off, I pull my phone off the dang mirror to turn it around so I can see this truck because I didn't even know what it was. I just knew there was a grill in my freaking rearview mirror, and the phone quits recording and falls. I pick it back up, I get it recording again, and he does a drive-by. I turn the phone just when he drives by my window. Okay, now as soon as he drives by, I floor it. I'm chasing him because I don't think my phone's recording. So it stops again because I'm clicking it, trying to make it record. So I get it going again, and I stick it back in my mirror, and I chase him all the way to Ben Hill Road. The whole way. I was doing like 90. It's like, what, a mile and a half or something like that?
Yeah,
It's not
I'm
very
gonna
far.
go aerial. Yeah, so you're going
From the
I went back
first
up
road,
aerial.
yeah, from the first road all the way to Ben Hill, and I could not catch this dude. And I knew my Jeep just didn't have it in it. So when I stopped right aimed at the, the pole that's got the summer missing and it's got the little green turquoise birdhouse on it.
Yeah.
What was just at the end of my last video I just ended at. Yeah, I was pointing right toward that. But
Right here,
anyways,
let's see.
if you guys want to see this truck, this is on the road when I'm pulled off. I don't have him. Huh?
I'm sorry. I'm going to assume that law enforcement still has not gotten in touch with you about that, correct?
No, they haven't.
Wow.
And it's funny too because I go to bigger I went to huge creators. I went to CM. I went up on CM's panel on the lab, and I talked to CM. You know what he told me to do?
To just call again.
Yeah, he told me to call again.
I have someone that 100% can get that to law enforcement.
Yeah.
100%. I've talked to them, and they 100%.
Good that you remember that.
Well, that's what I was trying to tell him earlier to email us because 100% these people will get it straight to law enforcement.
Okay. Yeah, and I got what he looked like. I got about 120 frames. I got him, his hat, his shirt, his face, all of it.
That's awesome.
So
I think it might be the
clear
same people you all are talking about. I've sent him an email. I shot him an email and
Hey,
asked him to
Gavelgate.
send it to them.
And it's not the same as the truck in the flyer, so I can't say it's related at all. But what I can say, it's the right body style, it's the right color, it's the right make and model, right? And it's not just in the area; it's at the area, right? It's on Beach Creek and Ben Hill Road. And what did the report say? That he took off driving fast, like a bat out of hell, right? This guy was driving like a maniac. So everything matches except for the ladder rack. And this truck looks a lot different than the picture in the flyer, but it's the right truck.
Toyota year, what was the year from
98
to 2030?
Yeah.
2002.
Yeah, and I'll show you the truck.
Just share your screen, I'll put it up there.
It's my video, but I got it stopped so you can't see the plate or him.
It's hard to talk about. Found alive, Jacqueline J said. Oh, there it is. Okay.
That's it right there. And that's me. And look at the lid, isn't the right lid for the truck. See how it hangs over in the back? It's for a different truck, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. So, not built to break.
And this is me. That's the rearview mirror of my Jeep. This is like April 12th through 13th, and this is Beach Creek Road, right before Ben Hill. Ben Hill is right up there on the left.
Can you zoom in on the side of that? I wanted to see the back of that bed cover.
It's dented right here. The truck's dented right there, and the bed cover doesn't fit right. Can I zoom in? I don't know if I can. No. You got a million people in chat screenshotting it right now. So.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It'll be out there. Well, Aaron Mull actually showed a couple screenshots. He did the same thing because some people got my video. I was live. I went live. And then I realized that it was the truck that everybody's talking about. Well, not the truck, but it matches the description. So I privated it. But I have the whole video from the dollar store all the way with him behind me pulling off, me getting back on the road, me chasing him all the way to Ben Hill.
Yeah, that's definitely not the right bed cover for that.
No.
And it's got a trailer hitch on the back and even extra one. It's got, yeah, that's a big deal.
The back bumper is homemade.
Yeah, I can see that as a bar.
So
that's what I was wanting you to zoom in on to see if I could see that part. See.
But a lot of people sent me pictures of Toyota Tacomas like in backyards and fields after this, but they were like mostly all extended cabs. This is a regular cab like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's just a regular probably a 98 to, I'd say 98 or 99, right?
Yeah, it's the right everything.
It is. Dang, yeah, we can, yeah.
Full screen. Oh, you want it? Okay, wait.
Here, I got
like that.
There you go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see the back of that freaking bumper now. That's weird.
That's very weird. And yeah,
you got a thingy up over the. You got a comment.
Let me see. My bad.
Yeah, I was freaking right out. Anybody that was live with me that night knows I was shitting bricks.
Oh, I would say.
And that could somebody throw that on top of there and could easily been a ladder rack there.
Yeah.
Those and
and it never said what kind of rims it had. If it had, fender flares like this, they never said if it was a slider window. You know what I mean? It was just a single cab maroon Toyota Tacoma, and that's what this is.
Lip Lock No More said, "Can you please tell Cam and Allie because he didn't see my tag? I reported this truck to TBI in the winter already." Same one?
Before me, because this is from April. They never got back with me. I've called them 3 times. I've called Pruitt. I've called Lawson.
That's the truck I saw coming off Bragg Street. I asked Candace about it, and she played like she didn't know about the truck. Okay.
So more than me has seen this truck.
Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
There. Yeah, that's yeah, so was he a younger or older person?
Mid 40s, 50s.
Okay, because all 3 of the Sherfies drive red trucks. Now, I don't know if one's a S10 I know of. One has a bigger red truck. I think it's a Ford. And then I think the Junior drives one too. I'm not for sure though.
But the interesting thing about this truck is the way he drove.
Yeah.
The way he was all over me and actually touched my vehicle.
Yeah, that's
how fast he was going, and it was in the right spot. Like I didn't see him in Kingsport or in freaking Knoxville or, you know what I mean? I saw him on Beach Creek Road in Ben Hill. So that's a big difference.
Right.
Look, I'll tell you about this too. I don't know if you've heard us talk about it. The first time we ever went to Kingsport, though, we pulled off to a Priceless Foods, and a guy pulled up to us and one asked her, I think he thought she was by herself, asked her if she wanted to go down to Beach Creek and party.
Yeah.
And that was a dude in a red van or something. And he was like, "Are y'all from Pikeville?" We said we never just said where we're from. Then we ended up pulling off from that. But then I'll tell you, first time we were in Beach Creek, this guy on a motorcycle passed us. Like we went down, turn around. He passed us like 14 times, giving us like the straight evil eye.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he was a biker. And I've had some issues with the threats coming from some bikers, but that's hold on a second. I have somebody in the back. Let me see. You got to turn your camera on
You've
for
had
just a
threats
second.
from bikers?
Yeah. Just for a second. I'll turn it off. Okay, I can hear you're up here.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Good. So that truck, I came in at the wrong time because I don't know what the conversation was prior to me coming in, but that truck, when I got to Candace's house that first day, was coming off of Bragg Street, off of
Yeah, I saw your
Lone Star.
comment. Yeah.
That's the exact truck. And when I brought it
Okay.
up to Candace, Candace had tried to kind of swerve and say, well, I didn't know they were looking for a truck, but then went and got the PI. And I
Yeah.
told her about it. She said that it had already been looked into.
See, but didn't know the tag or anything?
Nope. I just told her it was coming off one of the side streets. And I didn't know how to explain splash on the side. And I told her, I was like, it's like splash design on the side. And she goes, oh,
Right.
honey, we've already looked into that one.
Well, that's if there's no tag or anything associated, that's hard to
'Cause
say.
there's a bunch.
Yeah, there's a bunch. I mean,
They're everywhere. I went to a
Yeah.
gas station. There was another red Tacoma. Yeah, they're everywhere. This one was like chasing me and in the right spot, though. That's why because I
But
saw
do
it
you see a lot
probably.
of them? Do you see a lot of them with that decal on the side though? Because that's
Yeah, that's what makes it hard around here, and
Yeah.
to be able to say every single one of them's looked into like is impossible because
There's literally one that looks exactly like that, minus obviously the bed cover and stuff.
Yeah.
That is parked at one of the places that I work, and there is one that looks exactly like that, only darker, that is parked at my kid's school every single day. So that's just how than they are.
I found a lower one. The one at the gas station was lower to the ground. Like this one's got big tires on it. The one I seen at the gas station was lower, and it was a work truck and had stuff in the back. But it was way up by Jonesboro, I think,
Yeah.
or not
For-
Jonesboro, Johnson City.
So for this one to push, when he went by you, did he rev his engine real loud? Try to be.
He was right here. He's doing. Yeah, he was floored. Let me see if I can get the video where I tried to chase him. He was doing a good 90 or better on that road. I mean, fast.
And where did that take place?
This right here, this right here was taken. I'm sitting on the side of the road on Beach Creek,
Light
probably
Cemetery Road.
between Solomon's Temple and Ben Hill, within a mile of the Ben Hill Road.
That's so weird because Bragg Street, if you look at the map, Bragg Street is right on Lone Star. It's not very far from there.
Yeah, I can pull that up. Hold on.
He followed me onto 347 by the dollar store.
Talk to me about Bragg Street. I want to know about Bragg Street.
I'm showing it right now.
What are the details? Because
Hold on. Let me go out of this view.
Because the one that JLR covered today, that's the listed address on the registry.
Uh-oh. Yeah, because when it was my first time driving up through there, and I had just turned on to Lone Star, and it's kind of leery going up through there with them tight little curves. And so you pay attention to everything as you're going through, and he come off of that. It was on my right. And as I went past him, he sat there for a minute and then turned left to go towards Kingsport. So I didn't have any kind of, traffic.
Is it one R or two? Or I mean 2 G's or one? Bragg Street.
G.
Okay.
And the only
Is
reason
it
I
on
remember the
Hawkins?
name of the street was because I made a note to check it on my way back out. And I mean, I live in North Carolina and we have Fort Bragg here. So that's how I remember the name of the street.
The one that JLR talked today, his RSO, he lives on Bragg Street.
Is it Bragg Road maybe out here?
Maybe. Yeah, I know it's Bragg, but I mean, it could be road.
There it is on Lone Star right here.
And
Bragg
this
Road.
this guy lives.
This would be.
I think
Where
it's
is it
11,
compared?
11 miles.
Oh, it looks like
Where
I
is
think
it
it's 11
compared to?
miles
that's Lone
from
Star
Donna,
right before you.
Kansas.
So Scott, when you're going
That
up Lone
is.
Star,
This is.
how it's all wide open until you get to the part where the
Yeah.
houses start getting closer together and like the rock wall.
Yep.
Here's Reservoir
When you start
Road,
driving
we're
through there,
staying
when
in
you
here.
get down to where you can finally see the creek running by the side of the road, there's a little road right there on the right, and then it bends to the left.
Zoom out.
Check
Where
this
is this
out. There's
compared?
only like 1, 2, 3. So
You'd have to
Red
zoom
Road's
out so I
here,
can
you
see,
know,
so I
right?
can get a perception of where it is compared to
Reservoir's
everything
right
else.
there.
It's before that
Th-
church, not Solomon's Temple, but the one on
Okay.
Lone Star.
Yeah, this
So
one
Solomon's
is like
Temple is to our
Cornerstone.
left.
Okay, I take that back.
Yeah.
It's the Barrett Hollow where the other guy lives. It's not Bragg.
There's Blair's Gap Church, Scott, and then here's Bragg Road right here. And Bragg Road goes up to a dead end up here at the top where there's looks to be a barn or top of looks to be a big barn.
Soul Shaker, I have the plate.
That's
I have
crazy.
the
I
guy,
wonder
I have the plate, I have everything. So this is Bragg Road is where you're talking about, or it's
let me
somewhere
see if I can
else?
get a street.
Bragg Road and Lone
Where
Star is
she
where,
said-
yeah.
She's the same one.
So it's
come off of,
between
and
it's
she was-
between the dollar store and Solomon's Temple.
Yeah. Closer to Solomon's Temple.
Okay. This truck the truck when it started following me, it came out of it turned onto 347 when I did.
Yeah, we're on Tennessee 347. So if you're going towards down there towards Solomon's Temple, you go that way. That's Bragg Road. I think that's what that Bragg Road right there. That's on Lone Star right off the side there. You Lone Star going down towards that would be towards Solomon's Temple. So like there, right there is a better view.
Let me see if I can get the video.
Dang, I didn't know that. That's a little better actually. Let me come
Is
out a
there
little
two
bit.
ends to Bragg Road?
So Bragg Road, he got behind you. Is this the road maybe he come out of, Scott? No, it's just one way in, one way out. Looks like,
How
or
close-
maybe this
how
little road
close
right
to-
here.
How
goes-
close to the end of it
cuts
is
off.
it?
Actually, where that truck came out behind it, because right here is the Dollar General would be right. Let me put it in 3D, so it goes straight up and down. The Dollar General's right up here. So that's where Lone Star is right there. Dollar General is back here.
I can't.
Sorry,
Oh,
it's
that's way
taking- it's
back.
lagging a little bit.
No. He was behind me when I turned on to 347. He was behind me.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think he come out? This is on Lone Star. This is where you would turn. This is at the beginning. Now, where whatchamacallit lives now, where Josie lives now, is off Reservoir Road. So, that's where her family lives.
That's way
This
past.
This is the same route. So you would have been coming down through here. You said 90 or 70. You said this is
That's where I
Solomon's
sped
Temple right
up.
here. Here's some.
Okay, no.
Yeah, there's.
He was
some-
behind me way before that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's Bragg Road's right here. This is where Bragg Road is. It's right up here in the middle of where you were talking about. This is
Yeah,
it
so
right-
y'all would have had to pass it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all would have passed. There it is. I mean, sorry, it's right here in this big curve. Sorry, right here. So here's those big kiss your butt curves. Come around through here to that nice area. There's Morlock Private Drive. Morlock Private Drive. That's kind of what that. It looks like there might be a little cutoff road right here that can take you around the backside somewhere, but this goes right up to a camper.
Yeah, it looks like a driveway.
So I mean, that's probably one way out.
Okay, I have a question, Scotty Skulls.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
And I'll
When you were in town and you were doing these videos, were you live streaming the videos as you were driving, or were
It
you just
depends.
recording?
Depends on where I was.
Did you show your rent-a-car in any of your live streams before this truck got on you? Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or like any locals to say, oh, Scotty Skulls is in town. Oh, look what he's driving. He's in this kind of rent-a-car. Oh, there he is. You know,
Well, I was
let's go
in
find him.
I was in 3 or 4 different vehicles though while I was there. Like the Jeep is what I drove down there, but I was in like 2 different locals' cars and a rental car too. So yeah, I see what you're saying. It might have been that, but
no, sorry. Did you make it through? All right, there. Thank you, Dixie and the mountain, Tennessee Mountain.
Did anyone know the name of the people that you were with when you came to town before this happened? Had you mentioned who you were with?
nobody even knew I was coming to town. See, like, so I was just drawing pictures, right? I'm just an artist. And so I drove down there without even telling anybody, not a soul. And I popped on my thumbnail was let's draw some conclusions. Just for everybody watching this video, I just pulled out of the dollar store where Candace got the pizzas, the dollar store we've been talking about. And this is me going when the truck gets behind me, and I'll tell you where he gets behind me. So I didn't tell anybody. And so I put my thumbnail as let's draw some conclusions. This is turning right onto 347 right here. So nobody even knew I was down there. And when I popped my camera on, everybody freaked. And they couldn't believe that I was in Tennessee, because here I'm usually drawing pictures in my art studio. So nobody knew I was going down there at all.
Check out these curves too, y'all. This is what. So this.
Yeah, this is the whole way. This is a 10-minute video. This is the whole way. So that's not the truck. Okay, that's just another truck. And I'm going la-di-da-di-da. I can't wait for this guy to turn. I'm trying to go fast like a local would drive, to show how fast Candace could get from the dollar store to her house. And I'm pretty sure it's double yellow. We can watch. So I'm waiting for this truck. I don't notice anybody behind me yet.
Rennie, right, you're not blocked or anything.
And the sound to this video, I'm talking about everything that's going on while it's happening. I just shared the window, so I don't think it's got sound, but
no, it didn't.
I'm talking about everything. So I'm behind this guy. I don't notice anybody behind me, so I don't know if we can tell where we're at. We can stop and look at street signs, I guess.
I think this
guy's going to turn left. He's going to get out of my way pretty quick here.
You're coming up on. Wait till you tell me when you pass Walker Fork Church. I'm keeping up with where you're at here.
Oh, on the map?
Yeah.
We just passed the street sign.
Yeah, there's I know where you're at. There's Walker.
There's the Baptist church right there on the left we just passed.
Yeah.
Okay. There's the cemetery on the right. Yeah. So there he goes left. You want me to stop and see where he turned? So right here, you see me speed up. I speed up right here, and this is about the time I notice the guy behind me.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, okay, well, we were just creeping along. I wanted to go faster. This guy behind me wants to go faster, so I'm going to drive faster.
I know where you're at exactly right here.
This is like a lot better than looking at Google Maps, right?
It is 100%.
We're actually
Yeah,
driving down the frickin' road.
I can actually see.
We
exactly
passed
where you're at.
Morel. We actually passed Morel where the milk jug video was taken right here too.
Yep.
Okay, so and this shows you how much traffic's on this road too. Because this is a
Lone Star has
weekday.
Somebody said, does they have trash pickup? Lone Star does in this nice area up here.
Yeah, there's red trucks everywhere, Sylvia. They're either red or white, it seems like. See how I'm going a lot faster? And this
Yeah,
guy's
no.
right on me. This guy's on me right now. Like yeah, look at how fast I'm going on this little
Dude.
road. And this guy is on me. And I'm like, what is this guy's problem? And I'm not thinking about what any kind of vehicle is, right? I just see a grill in my rearview mirror.
This is wait till you see these curves, guys, when he's moving this quick, because it's
That's Morel right there. There goes the
Yep.
milk jug video right there. There it is. Boom. Same perspective.
Yep.
See, and I knew that, so I took my camera off. So he's not rubbing me yet.
I think Bragg
Yeah.
is in there somewhere.
Yep. There's that
Right,
church.
Amy?
Is that, let me see what that is. That church right there is that Walker or is that
It's another Baptist
what's
church.
that say? Something Fork? Well, is that? Yeah, that's Walker's Fork Church. That's the one I was. Okay, Bragg Road is right up here in the curve. You'll go.
Hey, he's behind me right now already.
Okay, so maybe
He's just mad. He's not like on me.
he might have missed his turn just to follow you.
He might have. So when I get to Solomon's Temple, I go the other way. I slow down instead. Yeah,
That was,
notice the traffic. This is right in the middle of the day on a weekday on 347. So there's not a lot of traffic.
when you go around this little curve up here, then that'll be Bragg. So see, it's a big long. It's quite a ways. This Lone Star down to where you turn to Beach Creek.
He followed me for a long ways, man. I was sweating bullets.
I'd say.
You know, like at first I wasn't really concerned, like, because it's double yellow and he wanted me to go faster, and here I am trying to film it.
Curve, he might have been trying to wreck you. These curves right here, dude, like I've about 8 in them.
Mm-hmm.
There's the big ones down here towards Blair's Gap Road. That's the one that always scares me. And I grew up with these kind of curves, man, and that's a rough curve. You can tell where people have wrecked it before. That was Bragg Road right there.
When they get up on me like that, I slow down. I mean, I don't like brake fast because I don't want to be hit, but I start slowing it down and I drop down to a ridiculous slow speed and make them suffer.
I did that after a while.
There ain't no sense in them doing that, so I just...
This is skipping funny, you guys, because I don't have my internet isn't high. My upload speed ain't fast enough to.
It's where I've got so many people up here. It's okay though. It's doing the trick, man.
Well, I'm gonna hop down anyway. I just wanted to let you know that was that truck I was talking about.
Well, thank you for adding that. That's a big deal. That's a
problem.
big deal. All right, see ya.
All right, have a good night.
You too.
I just wish that like Alli or TBI or somebody would get back to me and say, yeah, it's already been. They didn't even take my video. They haven't took the plate number from me. Nothing. It'd be nice if they at least took the information and like got back with me and said, yeah, we've already looked into that. It's nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You can't be claiming to still be looking for a red truck if you're not investigating it.
Right, and let somebody like me that's got footage of a red truck.
You've got everything. You could give it to them on a silver platter.
And it had rained. This is the rainy season, and it had rained. I think it rained that morning, and then I think this was, if I'm not mistaken, this would be like, I don't know, about the same time. That's the other weird thing. That's what I forgot to remember. I forgot to remember. It's 5:30. This is 5:30 in the afternoon. So it's the same time. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a freaking Tuesday too. Let me look at my video at the whatever you want to call it, mega data or whatever. You know how you go click in and it
The
tells.
metadata, yeah.
Yeah, I'll bet you it's a Tuesday at 5:30. It's the same because I was trying to do it the same day, same time. Yeah, it's double yellow the whole way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all you can't pass. There's no dotted.
There was another red Chevy truck or Ford we just passed.
Old Ford F-150, I think.
Yeah. So I still don't know. Even after this all happened, Cam, I didn't know that it was a Toyota Tacoma. Okay, because I'm not live right here. I'm just filming because I knew that my service dropped off, right?
I'm sure you're pissed off and rattled too, not paying attention to that.
Well, I didn't realize it. I knew what happened, but I didn't realize that that was the truck. Well, I went live that night from my room.
That's what I'm saying. You're pissed off. You're not paying attention to what kind of truck it is. You're just like, damn, dude, what's your problem?
Yeah, but I went live. I went live that night with this video, and everybody in chat's like, "That's a truck. That's the truck. That could be the truck." And I'm like, "What?" And then I really freaked out, and I like ended my live and privated it. Okay, here goes. That's Solomon's Temple.
Yeah.
This is Solomon's Temple. There. Yeah, there's Old Bear's Gap. Isn't that weird? We talk about it like we live here.
Yeah,
I know every little spot in this whole place.
Been out there so many times, dude. It's crazy.
So right here is where I'm hoping he goes straight.
Yep. There's the Solomon's Temple's up on the hill right there where you're passing the Heath's going down Beach Creek right there.
Yeah. Where's Summer on the fence right there and everything like that. Okay, this will show you where I pull off. So I slow down. I'm like going along. This is where he's rubbing me. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, and there's nowhere to pull off on the right. I'm like, come on, dude. So I'm slow. You can see how much slower I'm going right now. Now I take my phone off the mirror and it ends.
So you've been pulling off just right up here, right up there where you said pretty much Light Hollow. That would be
wherever that wherever that next road is. I don't want to play the next video because it shows his face in the plate, and I don't know how to get that so it doesn't show.
Save that for law enforcement. You showed enough.
But I can show you where I chased him, I think.
Yeah, that's dude, I don't know. They should look into that 100%. And for people to say, "Oh, that's already been looked into."
If you show the one where you chased him, somebody might get his tag number and harass him.
He's too far away. It's not. I'm not going to show the one where I pulled right where the last one stopped, where I pulled the phone off and it stopped. I got it back going again, and I'm holding it in my hand, and I slow down and I pull off on the side of the road, and he passes by me and it stops again. And then this video is where I start it, where I'm chasing him, but he's up there, but you can't see his plate. So I can just show you where I tried to, because I didn't think I recorded it. When he went by me, where that picture I showed you, that's still in the middle of the video, I didn't think I had that video. So what I did was when he went by me, I didn't think it was recording. I got my phone recording again, and I took off after him trying to get the plate. So this is me chasing him, but he's not close enough. So it's not going to dox him.
What is, which one
I just want to show
about, PT? Which billboards are down? As far as I know, there's the static ones are still up that Miss Vincent got put up, and I heard about another one the other day I didn't even know about. Let's see. Go ahead, man. Do you want me to add that?
Yeah. Whispering Wren says, if he was rubbing your vehicle, did you file a report? Yeah. I called the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department. I called Pruitt. I called TBI. As soon as I ended my live, when I realized earlier in the day, it didn't really sink in. You know what I'm saying, Cam? Like, I figured, okay, it's just a local. He's pissed off. Nothing happened. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm driving a $500 piece of shit.
Did you
You know what I
send it
mean?
to the email that I gave you?
You're validate the one I got. I think we sent them to the same one. The
I
charter one.
didn't send. I emailed, but I haven't sent the video or
Put it in the
play.
pro. Here, I got it.
I've
Um,
emailed a lot of people.
so I'll tell you where to send it. Email me when you get off here, and I'll send you the where you need to send it. And they'll make sure they'll go take it to them.
Yes.
I have the other Sharon. I have property in Tennessee, about 40 minutes from here where I'm videoing. It's fairly close.
Yeah,
So
that's right, Nick, bro. Thank you. What he's talking about. It just verifies everything that we've talked about. Things we've tried to report, call in. It just hasn't been taken seriously either. I understand
I've
that.
left.
That's
I've
different.
left a half a dozen messages on Pruitt's recorder on his own answering machine.
What did he say
It's
in his interview? He comes in every morning and checks them, right? That's what he said. Said he comes in every morning and checks them, and then his other cases he does. But if he hasn't called you back or anything on that, and I mean, I'm sure Scott is not going to sit and lie about it. I'm sure he wants them to check into that just like everybody else does, and that's
no,
what's insane.
my vehicle's beyond getting damaged. It doesn't. Nothing matters. The front bumper fell off it. The muffler fell off it. It's
Oh
D-
no.
yeah.
DP, I'm checking all of them. I'm getting caught up on it. When I took my break, I don't check none of them. Green and Bull's Gap are down.
I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. And
We'll talk, Squall, when I get done.
yes, please.
Yeah, we'll talk when it's. Let me just finish this up.
Absolutely. Just go ahead and take your time.
I derailed
I'm
your
gonna.
whole thing. I
No,
know.
I'm
I'm
glad it
sorry.
happened. I mean, it was that's things that matter right there. So I'm glad it happened. Let me. Did you want me to add this?
Yeah. Okay. Now
Yes.
this right here.
Well, I'll talk to you. You can hop
All
down.
right.
Well,
Thank you
thank
all.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Squall. So this right here. Okay. Remember when I showed you the truck and it was a video and I just had it paused so that I didn't dox them?
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't a picture. That was that was my video paused. Okay.
Right.
So as soon as he passed by me, I whipped out of that road and floored it. So this is me chasing him now. Now I'm behind him.
Hmm.
That's him right there in
Good
front of
Lord.
us.
He took
And
off.
I've got it to the floor.
That's what I would have
I
done
don't
too. I'd have been right.
I don't have the sound on but that Jeep is roaring. Look at him go. Like look at him. He's gaining on me.
I mean, you got to know how to drive them roads to drive them that fast. Because you don't know when a curve just pops up and yeah. I mean, unless you know it real well, he's trying to get away from you.
I'm doing probably 70 right here.
He probably didn't take into
Right.
account that you were filming him either.
And the only cool thing is this is where Beach Creek straightens out. You can go a lot faster. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? From Solomon's Temple to Ben Hill, you can go a lot faster.
Yeah, you can
But see him,
fly.
he's still up there, but he's gaining on me.
That's what I'm saying. He's trying to get away from you, and for him to be going that fast, like he knows this road. Because if you don't know it, you're gonna think of it like the rest of it was. Back there at Lone Star, you're gonna be taking your time. Dude's moving. And for a Toyota Tacoma, look, they're usually what, a 4-banger?
It might be a 6.
Maybe a 6. Like the ones
But
I
look
like.
here.
There's Ben
Look here.
Hill.
There he is. You see him? You seen him just turn
Yeah.
go around the corner right there, and there's Ben Hill, and I pull off right facing the sign. I gave
Yeah,
up.
he's way up there, bro. He was moving.
He was moving.
Dang.
Yeah,
Man.
he was moving. Because I didn't, that little short video with the pass by where he went by me, I didn't think I had that on video. So I'm like, dang it. You know what I mean? So I took off chasing him, got my camera going, and took off after him trying to get a plate. And I'm like, man, that sucks. I'm never going to have his plate.
Look, Penny, people are talking about the FBI. When Penny, you might know her as Fizzle now from True Crime Commentary, she called the FBI and asked why Summer's picture wasn't up on their missing children website, and they didn't have an answer for her, and just said they would help if Hawkins County and them, they were just assisting. They really didn't say anything to her. If y'all can probably find that in her video section, but That's what's insane about this. It's like anytime anybody reports anything, look what we reported over too. We had some credible stuff and nobody cared to say anything back. Took them days to go pick stuff up. Other thing, it's a problem. So what is deemed credible then? If they say they're exploring all credible leads, what's deemed credible? If you're still looking for a red truck, is it not credible for especially a red truck on Beach Creek that about pushes you off the road?
See him right there? He's right there. That's the truck. The truck's right there.
That last super chat that I got said something about this is another problem. Is this confirmed or is this speculation about the tattoo guy? He got arrested for something with a SO charge. That if that's fact, then why does Jody Sue know all these RSOs? There's Haas, there's Frank Light, there's now this tattoo artist. What's going on? What's credible? Why are people just chilling with these RSOs like it's nothing? That's the questions people have.
I
That's
mean, like
questions I
seriously,
have.
if somebody was walking along somewhere and found she was wearing a pink shirt and gray sweatpants, right?
That's what reported, yeah.
Okay, what if somebody's walking along somewhere and finds a pair of gray sweatpants and calls it in? Are they going to call them back?
Right, exactly.
I mean, what's credible? Like, what do you have to find or what do you have to see for them to actually do something? That's what I want to know.
It's a good point. And things that were found out there that shouldn't have been out there. You ask people, hey, look, we marked this stuff off. Law enforcement's coming to pick it up. Law enforcement doesn't go pick it up for days, and there's dirt bike. They rode all over it with dirt bikes. What does that tell you? Something is going on. If it's not on their, that should be somebody goes out on a search in that area, calls you in something. That should be a priority. Be out there right then. I don't care if it takes you 45 minutes or it takes you 2 hours. Get out there and get that because it could be something to find a missing 5-year-old. That's, I'm just calling it how I see it. There's multiple people that have reported this. It's not like it's a one-time thing and that's all we've heard about it. No, it's not. It's not. It's multiple people have called in things. Here's another thing, though, that when we called in the Amber Alert in Hawkins County over Lexi Dykes, they tell you to call back on Monday. It's a Friday. We don't bother our investigators after hours. What? I mean, I don't care if she's 17 or if she's 2. Her life matters. If there's an Amber Alert out for her, then she's important, and you need to, wake up whoever.
I went to the detective's office. My first video, I'm in Rogersville, right? When I got there. And so I went right to the detective's office because I wanted to tell them that I was there, what I was doing, what I was driving, and if somebody called about like trespassing or a suspicious vehicle or, you know what I'm saying, that they would already know who it was, right?
Right.
Because I thought that'd be the right thing to do. The place was vacant. Nobody was there.
I remember you saying that, and then
I have it on video. I videoed it, and I'm like, what kind of police department detective's office is this? There's not one car in the parking lot.
Ginger Snap took a thing in there that somebody had made for them to show that the community was supporting the sheriff's department and that not everybody was against them, and nobody was working. There was one guy in there that wasn't even dressed in uniform that took it and acted like he, pretty much like she said, acted like they just didn't care. Didn't say thank you, anything. What's up with that? I mean, people try to show support, then it's like, everybody that tried. What I found was very odd early on is when the first statement you make is, we don't want no help from the public. That's the first thing said, and how bad everybody else has messed this up. That's not, I mean, is that even conceivable yet? When people are talking online, does that mean that they've messed up everything? I don't know if, That's just me thinking out loud. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm just saying, how can that be? First thing. Anyway.
I don't know. I mean, I would hope to think that they're on top of everything and that they know a lot more than we know.
Well, I'd like to think so too. And I've tried to hold I've even
I'd like
Go ahead.
I'd like to think that like they're looking at us after 11 months talking about something that they've known the whole time and they're just laughing at us. I'd like to think that, you know what I mean? That they've already known everything that we're, like the weird different theories and how we're pointing fingers at different directions. I'm hoping that they've already been all the way through that already months ago.
Well, here's this part too. They said, Sheriff Lawson out of his own mouth said you would be hard pressed to find something, a stone we haven't unturned or whatever, however he said it. Well, 8 months in, that was early. He said that early on. 8 months in, Sheriff Jr. from his dad said he hadn't been questioned. 8 months in, he's not convicted RSO, but he's got charges waiting. He's getting ready to go face them, and will probably. If I was a betting man, I'd say that he probably will end up being an RSO, because of 1,000+ images on Instagram and Twitter or Snapchat. Instagram and Snapchat is where he was flooding those images at. So that's not even like it was hidden, but they hadn't questioned him 8 months in. His dad said, well, they didn't, he's got the same name as I do. If they thought he did anything, they'd have talked to him, but they haven't because they don't think he did anything. You can't say that.
No. Smurf Storm said that they thought I was in my Jeep during this chase when I was on BK's. I am. That's the hood of the Jeep you're looking at. Yeah, my vehicle didn't mysteriously change. Yeah, I was in the white Jeep. But like nobody knew I went there. And I mean, I guess after the first live, maybe they knew the main vehicle I was driving. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there's a chance that some local could say, oh, I'm going to give this guy a hard time because he's down here filming.
Dude.
But what's the chance? What's the chance of it being the right body, right year, right make, right model, right color, in the right spot?
This will give you something to think about right here, if anything. What I talked about on my live before I went on my break was there was somebody that was commenting on our section. I said his screen name, everything, knew when I was out there, when I told nobody, knew when I was out there, what we were driving, what we were doing, would put it out there in detail. And it's because they were watching, and I called it out right before I went on this little break, because I did it on purpose. I wanted to see if they would say anything, and I waited. But that happened numerous times. We would never told nobody when we were going or what we were doing, and they would know to a T everything. Thought they knew everything about me too, which was funny, and they didn't. But I mean, things even following me home and stuff. So it's not beyond the scope.
I mean, nobody knew I was going down there until I was down there. But yeah, after I went live and they knew what I was driving, yeah, okay. There's a big chance that some local would say, I'm going to drive this guy out of town. I don't like people coming down here doing this, right? I mean, I can understand that. But what's the chances of it being that truck?
Natasha, he's been calling for months and months and months, and nobody's called him back. And that's what I covered. That was that, even on Detective Pruitt's interview with WJHL, he's the first thing he does is come in and check his voicemails, and then he calls and checks, investigates those. But he hadn't even got a call back. And you can't tell me that out of his office, Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, and the TBI, not one person can call somebody back and ask them, let me take this report. Let me look into it. They don't even have to call you back. Just show interest that you got their report. Make somebody feel like that they're.
Well, I called about all kind of different stuff. I called to ask if, I wanted to know if there was a public easement past that cable. If I can go back up the other mile of Ben Hill Road, because Ben Hill Road behind that cable is longer than Ben Hill Road from Beach Creek to the cable. and I wanted to go back up in there, and they wouldn't answer me that. Yeah, I mean, everything I called to ask about, I got answer machine, no callback.
It's true too, Lex Luthor. It's very true. They, and you remember what Don said. They came out and wanted to give Candace another polygraph, but he said not by local. He said if now TBI or FBI want to, she can do that, but not by local Ellie. Why did he already have? Then I'm not doing this to bash anybody. I'm just saying why did he have his problems there? I don't know. I don't know. But I can tell you this, he was keeping in contact with law enforcement while he was out. I do know that. I can attest to that he called them regularly. Now, what Candace has done, I don't know. Obviously nothing. But, Don was calling them on the regular. I don't know. I guess that's about it. I did not know we were on here for 3.5 hours. My God. Time went by fast since I haven't been on in a while.
Well, it's about talking about stuff that hasn't been talked about, showing people, it's about, it's informative.
This is good. This is what it's supposed to be. There's still new things. This case ain't out. Not everything's been gone over, and I don't know that everything's been looked into the way it should be. And what do you do about that? You can't. What do you do? I mean, if you can't get other search groups in here and people don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole, what do you do?
Well, was it you that I talked about my other idea about getting having a person that's really good with people in interviews to try to get locals to sign a like a, I don't know what you'd call it, like a consent to search the property, so that if you got so many of them to sign it, then you could bring in a search team, like a certified search team could come in and search those properties that hasn't been searched. That's another one of my ideas, because I know that a lot of these properties right near the house haven't been searched.
Yeah.
Because the owners didn't give them consent or weren't there. So if we could find somebody to track down these owners that don't even live there, they just have property, or that some investment company owns, or whatever it is, get them to consent to a property search. We don't give a shit about your weed. We don't care about what your house, none of that, just the property. And once you get so many of them to sign it, then you could get I don't know if EquiSearch would, but get a qualified search team to come in there and search those properties so that they can be ruled out.
Right. And look, you saw where that campsite was, 900 and something feet, 1,000 feet at the most, on the other side of Simpson Road from the Wells property. Come on. You didn't find that on the first search for 13 days. The second one didn't find it.
Denise asked, did Duty Ron get back with me? Nope. I've emailed all kind of people. I've called all kind of people. Nobody gets back. So that's why I'm like I don't know what to do.
Somebody said EquiSearch went back last weekend. If they did, I hope they covered some of those areas.
I'm about ready to dox this guy in his truck, so somebody in chat gets the information and finds out who it is.
No, look, Burrell, email me. I got the people that will give it straight to them and make them look at it. I do know that.
I think I did.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get in touch with you as soon as I close this down.
Yeah, I did.
All right. I'll email you back. Thanks for coming up, Scott.
I'll drop off. Let you close your show.
All right, buddy. Thank you, man.
All right. Thanks everybody in chat. Thanks for having me up.
Yeah, no problem, buddy.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. I thought that was a good show. Allie had to go in there and take care of some stuff, but thank y'all so much. That was look, he said whoever Smurf something, he said he was driving the Jeep. He had a rent-a-car on one of the videos. He has multiple videos, different days. He was driving the Jeep when that vehicle was following him. But yeah, that was good. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Squall. Thank you, everybody that came up. Thank y'all for the huge welcome back y'all gave us, man. 1,209. It was bigger than that earlier. Y'all are amazing. We appreciate it. It's dropping now, but thank you. No, Natasha, you're good. I was just explaining to you what we were talking about. You're okay. Let me see here. Lights live on Braggsburg. Yeah, I believe that. They live everywhere. They cover that area. Thank y'all so much. I hope that was good. I'm glad that y'all joined us for us coming back after a week, man. I'm sure I'll meet a lot of you guys out there at the vigil. God willing, we can make it. Babysitter stuff works out because, again, I'm not taking my kids out there ever for a bunch of people to film them. That's just waiting for problems to start. Thank you, Green Eyed Lady. Hey, thank you. She ran calling Wildfire. I like that name. Thank y'all so much again. I guess that's it. I'm going to close it out with that. I always do my thing. We pray for summer and we get off here. Dear Lord, thank you for what you do. Thank you for letting us come together. Lord, we ask that you bring answers to this case. Let law enforcement grab every single thing that is credible and look into it to the fullest. We ask that new eyes be placed on this case and that we can bring answers to Summer's disappearance, Lord. And we ask that she, Lord willing, be brought home safe. Lord, thank you so much for everything you do in our lives, even when we don't deserve it. Amen. Guys, that's short, to the point. Thank y'all so much. Again, remember, at the end of the day, everybody wants justice, but justice doesn't have to be carried out with hate. We will catch you on the next one. Till next time, keep on cracking. God bless. Peace out.
Feel